Always ready.
All right, here we go. And we are live. Welcome back, everyone. We are in the first episode of what will be our finale. It might be the only episode of our finale, depending on how our players... Hi, Allie. On how our players handle the challenges that they are currently facing. And to sum up the challenges that they are currently facing, let's have a group effort recap this time. I'll leave it open, but I want each of you to tell me one thing that happened in the last episode.
Who do you want to start?
Well, since you just spoke, I'm going to start with Ghost.
Last time on Zigzag and Friends, we to be very anticlimactic about it, I think we teleported. There was a bit of a question to try to figure out where we were, but we've been going through the sewer tunnels of an ancient Droyan/human city. Zigzag was kind of leading the way with these feelings and past memories that he had gathered, and we ended up finding some ancient doors that only reacted to the Droyan leader rod, and Zigzag charged everyone ahead into these rooms. But
That's
after
5 things.
Do what?
That's 5 things. Good job, though.
Okay, somebody else go.
Somebody else go.
All right. So yeah, we finished up getting through the tunnels before we went to those big weird doors that we just kind of followed Zigzag through. There's some opportunities to go topside and leave the sewers. We made our decisions against doing that because Zigzag ran off. And as we went in there to the big kind of like empty computer room with a hallway full of computers, there was lots of investigating to kind of figure out where we were. With some numbers that were coordinates on the screen. Had some conversations of whether or not we wanted to try to change those and whatnot. And yeah, then we pushed a button, and I think it was teleported to somewhere.
Okay. Kizik.
Womp womp.
No, sorry, I had to cut back from the stream section.
Everyone good so far?
Yes, everyone sounds great. I found out that the Dr. Zane is a straight up murderer, and while we were pinned down by 6 or 7, or there's a whole bunch of little snake people coming at us, he ran in, rolled a grenade underneath of the little tiny hole, and then like stuck himself to a wall, and then there were no more snake people chasing after us.
I don't think that's murder. That's self-defense, right?
1,000%, but just
But to Dr. Otto, that's murder.
it was super scary, and I think I might have shot myself. No, the snakes guy shot me, and I'm obsessed with trying to figure out how ancient computers work. There's these crystal things, and those crystals do different things. The Zigzag definitely knows how it works, and he's just not telling me, and I'm not jealous at all. And then we're in a big old white room, and then the room changed, and I don't know where we are right now.
Donuts.
So the biggest thing that Reese remembers from this whole thing, besides being attacked by all the snake people and all the other things everybody has already mentioned, is that he has gone from a very dirty environment where his bandages have severely sopped up all the muck and goop and whatever else was in the sewers, to a very nice clean environment where his bandages actually last a little longer now and don't actually have any goop to sop up. But he also remembers this very big white room, and all of a sudden somebody pressing a button, and then yeah, it just kind of went all white from there.
Okay. Maybe an assumption in there that I'm going to shatter, but it's fine. It's good. All right, lightning round. Anyone have any last minute? Oh man, we also have to talk about this before the GM interjects.
We didn't take any of the weird crystals because it could have screwed up the systems. And Zigzag doesn't know everything about how this technology works. I think Otto is making a lot of assumptions.
There may be some assumptions that have been made there, but yes, you are correct, Ghost. Zigzag does not know the details of how they work as Zigzag. However, if anyone's going to stand a chance of being able to pull off a miracle in that particular realm, Zigzag is the only one who stands a hope of doing so.
I was
So,
just going to say he's the one that's closest to actually having an understanding of what's going on.
so we are going to awaken all of you lying on a cold, dark floor. The air is stale and not circulating. The room is pitch black. It is also tightly confined. Each of you are draped over one another in some form or fashion. And let's roll to see who wakes up first. Give me a endurance roll. So Dubs, remember you have a modified endurance for your stats of your injuries.
I rolled boxcars for 13.
It didn't even
I got an 8.
Eight's good.
I also have an 8.
Eight's also good. So Dubs?
I've got a question about the negatives here. So are we just doing straight characteristic, or are we actually blending in skills as well?
You're blending in your skills as well. Just remember that if your endurance is, if you look at this little chart, or if you have the PDF pulled up on your computer, you can just change the orange number and it'll tell you what your DM is. You're taking a negative because a 0 is -3, 1 to 2 is -2, so on and so forth. So you got to account for those negatives.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm asking. So as far as characteristics, I've got a -3. Or as far
Okay.
as skills, a -3, and a characteristics, a -3. So I'm taking a -6 hit right off the top, which gives me a 4.
Okay, then you have a 4. It's just determining the order in which you wake up and you're not like getting hurt or anything.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure I understood as far as which numbers,
All right, that is how they do it. Although on my sheet, your endurance skill is at 0, which means you're not at a -3. So unless your character sheet shows differently than this, so if it has a number in it, a 0 is still a 0. It's not a -3. If it's blank, it's a -3.
Oh, copy. You're right. Sorry. Yep, you're right. You are right. So it would
course.
actually have only been a -3. So again, we're looking at 6.
Yeah. Okay. So I believe that's going to mean that Mr. Otto, Dr. Otto, is going to be the first to wake up. And let me roll one other thing because I want to see what order in the pile you got. So. Oh, that's convenient. Okay, Otto, you're on top of the pile. And you are the first to wake up.
Who's right underneath of me?
It's pitch black. Would you like to feel beneath you and try to see who's beneath you? There's no light.
Is it a exoskeleton with wings?
You feel beneath you, and oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, you would feel metallic power armor. I don't know that you'd be able to determine whether there were wings on it. However, it does reduce the number of people that can be in your party to 1.
Yeah, I just envision like a wing is just right in my neck, and I go, "Oh, that's uncomfortable," and I kind of shake, and I'm in a pile of people. It's pitch dark. I'm gonna reach above me to make sure that I'm not like touching the ceiling, and I'm gonna try to stand up.
You are able to touch the ceiling from the top of the pile.
Oh man, I'm gonna try to find all of the walls before I find a safe place to stand up.
Okay. It's a very small room. It's the size of like a closet. You are very quickly able to find the walls. It is a circular room. And you're pretty sure you're not going to be able to stand all the way up, but if you do, your head will be right near the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm going to Oh, I've got computers. I don't have any vac suit. Um, I'm gonna knock on the suit below me, and I'm gonna keep feeling the walls to see if it's. I assume it's gonna be perfectly smooth, but I'm gonna see if there's any like light switch or something on the walls.
Um, give me a luck roll tonight. And also, Ghost, you're going to be the next to wake up. You are directly under auto.
You got a 6 luck roll.
Okay, not going to do it.
My leg. Wait, that's not my leg. Otto, is it? Are you? Is everybody okay?
I got off the top of the pile. We're in a real small room. I can't really stand up, and I can't see anything.
Ghost, your vac suit is stuck in a system reboot cycle. The HUD is coming up. It says system reboot, and it's going down. Do you have a vac suit skill?
I sure do.
You need to, if you want to deal with this problem immediately, which you do not have to, you're going to need to roll a vac suit check. It's got to be a 10 or higher to basically get it out of the perpetual reboot state.
All right. I bring up the vac suit pad. Oh boy, I only roll a 5. Looks like it's booting. I'm not going to deal with this right now.
Okay. The pad stays blank and doesn't have power. Also, this means that the vac suit it's basically a piece of powered armor, but without power. It is going to be heavily encumbering you. So you're going to be taking a -2 to any need to move or to do anything that would require you to physically move the suit.
Until I fix it. Right?
Until you fix it, yes.
Okay.
Or it's fixed for you.
Right. Well, that means that like air's not circulating correctly. I'm smelling stale farts. My farts, of course. I'm gonna try to get off the pile at least. Just kind of roll down. Can I get to any floor space?
There are people who are very squishy beneath you, and without your fine motor control, you're going to step painfully into Zane's back, and it's going to wake him.
Oh, sorry, Zane. Just 1 second. I'm coming right here. Right, I'm gonna stand up here. Zane, you okay, buddy?
Ow. Thanks. I think.
Sorry.
I think you popped my back in a few places there. Do my all the radiographic and thermal imaging and all that stuff in my eyes still work?
So there's been a strong electromagnetic pulse. So I imagine that they are not functioning at peak efficiency.
Roger.
My assumption is that the cybernetics, because they're like important to you living, would have like an emergency redundancy. Like the life support in Ghost's armor is still technically filtering in the outside air and allowing him to breathe. But its major functions are all offline. Like if he were in space right now, he'd probably be dead. Your systems are probably on the same thing, where there's an emergency backup mode while they reboot, so they're running on diminished capacity until they're sorted out. However, since they don't have a direct control interface, roll 1d6. And that'll be the number of turns before they come back on.
1.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
Indeed.
Nice. It's good you didn't have to roll an eyeball skill.
Well,
He's
one of his implants are his eyes.
I think I just rolled my eyeball skill. Is everybody all right? Like, not a lot of seeing going on. Just like, aside from getting the giant metal thing off of me, is everybody else okay?
Don't stand all the way up. The ceiling's really low. We're real tight. I haven't found a light switch yet.
Reese yet? I hope he's okay.
Ew, speaking of Reese, there's a pile of bandages moaning on the floor as Reese wakes up.
Cramp. Oh my god. Whoa, where are you guys? Oh my gosh, it's pitch black in here. Are you guys all right? You guys there?
We're still here. Tiny little room. Don't move around a lot. Are you in more pain than you were previously? We may have all been on top of you recently.
Well, the pain, yeah, pain hurts. Yeah, drugs are always a plus if that's always available. Always take drugs. Yeah.
All right. When we get some light, I will take a look at you. Right now, I don't know that I can do anything in pitch black.
So where are we? I can't see any of you guys. All I can do is just, as long as you guys get off my stomach and my legs, I'm good. But where can anybody see anything?
No, I'm looking for a light switch. I still haven't found it. Hey, have you guys seen Gus?
I haven't seen Gus. Do my infrared eyes see anything other than just the size of the room we're in?
Your infrared eyes are biological, so they would see that there are like conduits and like you're in some sort of artificial construct like a building. And there'd be enough infrared light from various things glaring off things to give you a basic shape of the room. It's circular. You would be able to see a little bit better than the others. Not a ton better, but you'd be able to see shapes.
Guys, this may be the receiver portion of, you remember the round room we were just in? And then I hit the button. We're kind of in a similar round room. Some objects over here. So it looked like
the same room, or did the lights just go out?
No, like smaller, way smaller room.
Okay, so a totally different play. Okay, all right. Well,
I don't think they're bringing tanks through this thing. While he's trying to find a light switch and everything, I would really like to try to get the suit back up and running. Can one of you guys? There's like this switch thing on the back. I can't really reach it because the wing is in the way of my hand. Would you be able to hit that reset switch for me?
Absolutely.
I feel some metal. Is that thing blinking?
It shouldn't be blinking. Go ahead and flip that switch though.
Go ahead and take another shot. And Kizik, you can give me another search.
Search recon or just luck?
Yeah, you can do recon at this point. I feel like you guys have untangled.
Got an 8 plus 3 for an 11.
Okay. You can, now that your eyes are sort of adjusted and your consciousness is, more or less back all the way, you're able to sort of map your way around the room, and you do find a seam that feels very much like a door. There's a very small, like the size of your finger, pad right about where you think either the light switch or door release would be. Where you press it, though, the thought occurs to you, almost certainly standing on a transport.
Guys, I think I found something. Once you're done fixing your power armor, I'd like Zigzag to take a look at it because it's lower than I think it should be, and I don't want to accidentally send us back or forward or whatever just happened.
You got a 9 on that last fact suit roll.
You need a 10 to read.
Oof. Okay. I still can't get this damn thing to reboot. I'm coming over there. I'm having a hard time. Like my field of view is kind of weak in this, but
Well, the other thing is you can't feel. Like you guys are all like standing, literally touching each other, but you can't feel them. So anytime you move, it's very uncomfortable for everyone else.
Excuse me, pardon me. Sorry, Zane, again. I didn't mean to step on you.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Keep your wings in.
Oh, right.
Oh my gosh, my eye! Ow!
Oh, sorry. That's a... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to touch that. I'm gonna make my way over to the wall switch and take a look at it.
That was just him turning 180.
You can, in your current lighting scenario, you can see the shape of a control panel. Once again, light switch, elevator switch, teleportation switch, you'd have to be able to read it.
Anybody with a light? Let me see what I got here. Didn't check these pockets.
I hope by light you mean lighter.
Light, I meant what?
I hope by light you meant lighter.
A lighter?
Yeah. EMP, remember?
You can take out my lighter.
Okay. You painfully, move the access plates around, shuffle in your vac suit, eventually work out an old style Zippo you keep for whatever reasons. We're just going to say you magically have it. You click on, you flip it open, and it lights, and it's the first glimpse of the room that everyone gets. The room is dark gray. It's a cylinder. It's probably only about 5.5 feet tall, and maybe 3 or 4 feet wide. So it is a very small cylinder-like room. Directly in front of you is a door that slides. It's got a seam down the middle, and it blatantly slides to open up. And there is a panel with a green button on it. And the symbol on it is something that Zigzag's character would recognize for in basically open close.
Yeah, this is the closed carrot, and this is the open carrot. And they're in. I'm gonna hit this button.
Whoosh! And you guys practically fall out of the teleporter room that's right here. Now,
Very comedic moment as we pour out.
yeah. You are inside of a hallway. There's a little bit more lighting in here, but you are inside of a hallway. There's the thrum of electronics. Like I said, it's obviously an artificial construct. There are no windows for you to see. The lights are on emergency power. And you see another cylinder-like door across the way. 2 closed doors to the left, and a large opening to the right.
Is there any buzz or hum that we would feel through the deck plates that would, make us assume that we're on a ship? You said it was an artificial construct, but do we feel like we're aboard a ship?
No, as a matter of fact, the traditional thrum of the M drive that you come to associate with being on a starship would be noticeably absent.
Everything is really still dusty. Oh, I found Gus.
Gus would be in a shutdown state, but he would be basically tucked into the form of a small metal basketball.
I reach out and I caress just the top of his head, and I go, "It'll be all right, buddy. We'll get you back up and running as soon as possible." And then I check my gears. We got a gun. I got an arc saber. Do those all look like they're shut down from the EMP pulse? Is anybody else muted?
Ah, there we go. I was muted. Anything that has a battery pack will have no charge. And any advanced weapons that are like TL9 or higher will have features disabled, if not be disabled outright. There is blatantly some sort of weapon dampener as part of the teleporter that has disabled things that it perceives as a weapon system. But those of you carrying lower tech weapons will still have those weapons available.
Yeah,
Tech level 1. We got this.
Like a dead fish out of water. I got nothing working.
Well,
Now that we have-
luckily, it didn't perceive your powered armor as a weapon.
Yeah.
That's just
It killed
suffering.
me.
That's just suffering from the draining effect, the power drain.
Well, let's explore. See if we can get out of these cramped quarters. See if we can find somewhere.
The ceiling
You
is
guys ready?
still the same height through the corridor you just went into.
Oh, my neck
this
is
is really
starting to
nice.
hurt.
Zigzag would be
like
very comfortable in this height.
All right, I'm gonna take a real big risk here. Do you guys mind if I just get out of this power armor? It's just I can't get it working, and I might actually just move better. We're in this tight space. I can't carry it, so I was just gonna have to set it here for a little bit.
Now that we've got a little bit of light, I make the assumption that my eyes are back and functioning. Let me help you out. I'm also familiar with vac suits. There's Zigzag, and kind of familiar with your anatomy. Maybe I can help you reboot that thing.
Yeah, it's the switch right here on my back.
Yeah, so let's make sure it's all fitted right. All your seals are intact, and then we'll try and cycle the switch a few times and see if we can get it back up.
Take a big deep breath while you flip the switch.
And switch flipping time.
Assuming Zigzag's helping you with his advice, go ahead and take advantage and roll your check.
Yeah.
So- Here we
And
go.
higher.
Oh,
I got a natural 11.
I see that.
That's beautiful.
You don't have any negatives.
No. I have
Okay.
vac suit 1. I'm good.
All right, the suit reboots. It does show that it's on emergency power. So basically, there's a chemical battery that's kicked in, and it has a limited life until you can find a way to recharge the main batteries.
Ugh. Okay.
You're in limp home mode, but it is functioning.
Just take it easy. Thanks, man. I won't have to get out of it now. It's a chore to get in and out of.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we should probably explore. Did anybody hear anything? Has anybody seen any sign of life?
Before we go anywhere, I'd like to, since we have a little bit of light and whatnot, I'd like to take a look at John. We all just landed on him, and Zigzag, you weren't light. I'm going to make sure that we didn't make any of his wounds worse.
Oh yeah, John. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, but do a quick, just make sure you can still move all of his limbs as well as you can, change out bandages, that kind of thing, with what little medical stuff I have.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to say he took 1 point of damage because it will allow you to do first aid again.
Woohoo! First aiding. $12, $13, $14? Double checking my medkit thing because I always forget.
That's a critical. That just allows you to do it. That might give you a plus. Because I think we said you had the more advanced one. You're already at a critical.
Yeah, I'm at 12 just off of my skills.
Yeah. Well, if you're 14 total as a critical, and because we're doing this in the opening thing, I'm gonna let O-Dubs have all of Reese's hit points back.
Oh, nice.
Now, this is gonna be achieved through Zane realizing that you are almost certainly in one of those situations where the possibility of you all leaving alive is almost non-existent. And he's going to bypass the do no harm part of the spectrum. He is going to hop Reese up on every battle stem drug he's got to kind of get him back into full functioning roid rage mode. But this will, for the purposes of the finale, allow him to function as though he has less damage than he does. There may be consequences to the character later, but that's assuming, perhaps unwisely, that everyone.
But there is a later.
There is a later.
Okay, Reese is totally like, his eyes are totally just like, oh my gosh, pupils up. He's like ready to. He jumps up, actually hits his head on the ceiling because it's too high, and sits back down like, okay, that wasn't a good idea. Oh my gosh. I don't know what you did, Doc, but that feels great.
Well, it'll get back to you later. I double checked. It is at a 14.
Excellent.
Am I talking fast? I don't know if are you guys just moving slow, or am I talking really fast? What's going on?
I think we were all unconstituted and reconstituted somewhere else. So, yeah, technically a new body anyway, right? Is that how that works?
You don't think it was just a really advanced M-dry or J-dry, like astrogation? We just jumped, but only with a small bubble that was just around us from the last room to that room?
No, I was thinking more what the sci-fi novels that I was reading. They kind of like have this beaming technology kind of thing.
Exciting as the conversation of whether we're real or not is, we should probably go with your first option of exploring.
Okay, all right. I'll take point and look around.
Right.
I'm looking for signs of recent life and activity.
You will definitely not find any. Everything's got a pretty thick coating of dust on it. Is pretty well worn and grimy. The food in this common area, as you walk around the corner, is going to be like so old it's turned to dust.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'll start walking forward. And everything just is ancient, dusty. There's a door back here, guys, and would I recognize these as like habitat or hab doors?
Yeah, so you could be able to read the writing. Specifically, you'd be able to read the writing because it's in Trojan. And they are small, circular tile doors that are slightly up off the ground. Anyone wanders into the restroom, which most people just bypass because they're looking at the map and not assuming that that could be something other than. They'll find that there aren't real toilets in there. They're roosts that Droian would use for the same purpose.
Okay.
And there's bird baths.
Bird baths, nice.
Yeah.
These guys really knew how to live.
Otto's gonna put Gus in the middle part of the table because he's kind of heavy to carry around, and he's going to. Do any of these look like computers?
Lots of things look like computers. Everything's on standby, but there is no way that Otto could possibly use any of them.
He needs some power. He wants to find power, but he's kind of at a whim. So he goes to the bathrooms and checks out the the roosts.
I think it's safe to say we're on a Droian ship of some sort, of some age.
Really, you think it's a ship? I mean, definitely some Droian roosting area, and I'm gonna stick my head in through one of the doors. Does it look like it's got effects and stuff in it? Personal effects?
Yes.
I only say ship because you have a room with a bunch of roosts and whatnot, and looks like individual living compartments. If not a ship, some sort of self-contained environment.
Yeah, I just
Maybe a bunker.
Yeah, any military base would have all that.
right, building somewhere. I just don't feel the the hum or the vibration of a ship. You know.
Do we hear any sounds?
Is listen check a thing in Traveler?
I think it's recon.
Yeah. You can do a recon check. If you do, it's going to be incredibly faint. There's no casual sound.
Gotcha. No, I just wanted to see if there's that's so if it's just us talking, then that's good to know.
Hopped up on battle stems. He goes, "Do you guys hear that sound?"
Did you guys hear that?
I can hear a canary break wind in the other room.
Butterfly has flapped its wings.
That's right.
There's a big door down here, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, technically it's. I guess it's on both sides, technically. Airlock.
I'm curious, and I would just go through everybody's stuff, but maybe we don't have time for all of that. Unfortunately, like the food looks like it's completely inedible. My next step would be go through and try to find anything to eat that would be for the group. Because maybe I'm really afraid that we're stuck here, maybe even for a long time. We might not have rations. So I'm going to try to find anything that's edible.
Or drinkable, something like water.
Yeah, water. Yeah.
Is there a flush feature on these bird baths?
There is.
Hey, are there any eggs in there? Look for eggs.
Ugh. Drillion? No, that's not how that works.
1,000-year eggs.
Aged to perfection.
Reptiles.
Sounds like a delicacy to me.
Guess they're not reptiles. Like,
Hey, when you're hungry, man, beggars can't be choosers.
anyway, the water does work.
Okay.
Foodstuffs, though, tend to be found. I mean, there's plenty of
gonna have to eat
packets that
John.
used to be foodstuffs.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, I've got some terrible news. There are no candy bars in this drawer.
The bird baths make water.
Is it potable?
Hey, Zane, you think you can check at this water and see if it's even something that we can drink?
Sure, I can do that. Do.
You take a
Can
sip
maybe
of water.
make some sort of boiling system.
Say again?
I was joking. I said, do you take a sip of water?
No.
I'll take a biology roll. Trying to do.
Six, 7, 8.
Barely a pass. The water is showing as potable but tainted.
Yeah, guys, it's possible, but like last resort. If we need to drink water, we'll come back to the bird baths.
Yeah, that almost sounds like it's going to give you the runs.
Okay. So no food, no drinkable water. Let's see what's behind door number 2.
The airlock works on a pretty standard interface that you're familiar with. And as the inner door slides open, you guys can step through to the antechamber, and it will shut and load behind you, allowing you to enter the next room if you'd like. It's a pretty tight squeeze. About the same size as the teleporter room you were just in.
Squeeze in, guys.
Does Zigzag still have the leader rod?
Yes.
Okay, came with us.
It also is not considered a weapon.
All right, cycle that doctor.
I guess.
Did the doctor sound different to you guys? You okay?
Completely okay.
It's kind of like helium or something.
Wee!
There's some sort of gas leak.
You're not concerned. You're in a vac suit.
I'm concerned for you three.
Wow. What do we see?
In this darkened room that you walk into, you see a dimly lit cargo room. To the left of the door, you see racks with 4 vac suits built for Droyan. They are of a design you are unfamiliar with. Various crates have been pulled apart or come loose during some sort of seismic or shaking event. And there are twin red lights that are running along tracks, basically following the grid of the floor, that are kind of sliding back and forth along these paths.
Is it all the different paths, or is it just the ones that you traced out?
All of them. Wherever you see these breaks in the panels, there's like a track on the ceiling.
How many of them? And they're all actively moving, right?
They're 2, and they're actively moving.
Oh, okay.
Well, Zag, you recognize this room?
Looks like some sort of manufacturing. These tracks in the ceiling may be used to move things, like really heavy things. We should try to find a light switch. Can I recon a light switch source?
Sure, you can try.
I got a 9 total.
Okay. Good news is you find the switch. You know it's the switch. Bad news is pushing it does nothing. A double beep comes back, suggesting insufficient power, malfunction, something of that nature.
Guys, there's an issue with some power. Looks like we are gonna have power problems. This is great.
Everyone who's not in a vac suit, go ahead and give me I'm going to call it a physical stat of any stripe along with recon. So it can be any of your physical stats plus recon.
I'm going to do dexterity plus recon. Rolled an 8. I got a 1 in recon, 1 in dexterity for a 10.
Excellent.
Recon dexterity rolled 9, 1 in dexterity, 10. 0 in recon.
I got a cocked die. I didn't know you could do that in this. Let's roll that one again. Woo! 7. Where's 0, 8, 9, and endurance. I'm using endurance.
Okay, so
For a 9.
1 9 and 2 10s. All right. It's about the same time. You guys are going to realize that it's really, really fucking cold. It's not quite freezing, but it is a kind of deep cold. Like anytime you touch the metal, it's like metal that's been left out in the snow. Anyone who's worked with like heavy like farm equipment or something that's been out during a snow and you go to put your hand on it, it's a kind of deep cold that you would recognize. If you're in a vac suit, you're insulated from it, you won't sense it.
see it with my infrared vision, though.
You could see that the ambient temperature is relatively low, but because it's above freezing, it wouldn't be setting off any alarms.
Okay. But I see like fog coming out of their mouths. They're
Yeah,
exhaling.
yeah, you would start to see those kind of effects in here. And it's also noticeably a few degrees colder in here than it was in the last room.
Oh, weird building.
I mean, it's a building with weird roosts and compartments for sleeping and vac suits, and it's cold with no power. We're either out in the middle of nowhere on someplace really cold, or a spaceship.
So
Yeah,
Zigzag, do the Droian usually like it this cold? Do you know, or is this? I mean, is there a place we could throw some heat on, or something?
I'm of the mind, like Zane, this is either like maybe a research station somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, or we're on a ship, and that means that life support's kind of funky back here. We can start looking around for. Well, it's all about power. We gotta supply some power to this place if we want to stay heated.
I'm ready to start putting my bandages back on. They kept me warm a little.
You would still
Don't,
have your bandages on. Remember, there's no magical healing in Traveler. Just because you get your hit points back doesn't mean you're not injured.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Gotcha. I didn't know. Okay.
I know, you're just so drugged up you can't feel the pain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Why don't you guys start looking around for some power sources?
Roger.
Okay. Now we're gonna start having real fun. I want John Reese and Zane Hicks as the first two people who move deeper into the cargo area to give me 2 descriptions. First, tell me what you're doing as you work deeper into the room. And second, at some point, one of those lights is going to be headed straight towards you. How do you deal with that?
Okay, I will go as I'm moving back. I'm looking, tracing walls for thermal patterns or words. Radiological patterns, looking for any sort of radiation thing that I might investigate as potentially some sort of power source. And for the red light moving towards me, is it moving like obviously directly toward me, like not just moving?
It's not showing any signs of intelligence, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. So I'm gonna stop about halfway through and kind of watch the red light and see what it's doing.
All right, so
I'm not gonna stand under the thing. I'm gonna stand in the middle of a.
Okay, so you were going to step out of its way because, like I said, no matter what you do, at some point you find it heading directly towards you. What do you do? Was the question. So the answer is you step out of its way.
Yes.
Reese.
I am actually walking down this area, kind of just looking in between these crates and containers, looking along the walls and the floors. I'm looking to see if there's anything that even resembles equipment that might be able to turn on, like, generator equipment or anything like that. And of course, I'm also touching the equipment around me, trying to see if there's anything that might have a different temperature to it. Because everything's really cold. I figure maybe something's warm or something. But then, yes, I see the red lights, and I don't really trust anything here. And I mean, we just had all kinds of experiences with booby traps and stuff. So anything weird, I'm definitely stepping away from, out of the way of it.
Okay. So some of the containers will have a higher temperature. And there will be some conduits that are running a small amount of power that either Zane can see with his eyes or you can feel with your hands, John. Going back to Otto and Zigzag, you guys are still towards the back of the room. As they're branching forward, what do you guys do?
You said that there were some boxes that got knocked over?
Yes. So there's a bunch of cargo over here, and I didn't 3D model everything for various different reasons. But also, don't rely too high fidelity on the map. But in this case, the broken boxes on the floor here are actually like there's broken straps and boxes that they've come loose and their contents have been spilled.
I want to go see what's in those boxes.
Okay.
I'm looking for batteries or power, something I could plug in to something and make more power.
Okay.
Or see whatever they are.
Give me a recon check.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. So you find a few different types of things that are strewn across the floor. One of the boxes is filled with idols of some kind. They're made of various different materials. They don't seem to be animate in any way, shape, or form. Another box seems to be full of what was probably spare clothes, but they're all vacuum packed and over the years have just turned into one solid wafer of cloth and plastic. But from the shape they're roughly holding, you're guessing they were some sort of like utility wear for a Droian-sized creature. And in the very last container, you find 4 chemical torches. And by torches, I mean flashlights that run on chemical batteries.
It's still pretty dark in here. We're just using a couple of lights.
Yeah, you're on the emergency lights are on. That's all you've got right now. And the big red lights that are floating through the tracks, those are projecting like a red spotlight down beneath.
Mm-hmm. I went on. I don't know if you have to like pop it like it's a glow stick and then it goes forward.
So it does work kind of like a flashlight, except you can't cut it off.
All right, I click one of those on and I say, "Hey guys, I found some flashlights."
Nice.
Zigzag, what are you doing while he's doing that?
I'm gonna head deeper into the room. Probably try to find, like I told everybody else, to try to find power sources. So that's what I'm looking for too. I'm gonna get this huge thing in the middle, wires and everything on it. Does it look like important?
Yes. So that huge thing in the middle looks like it is some sort of vehicle, drone, or it doesn't look like it's got a way in, but it does look like it's meant to hover or maybe fly. And there is a big access door in the middle of the cargo area, like there is in this actual map. So you could examine this thing if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I'm making some assumptions in my head,
Okay.
and seeing if they match.
Go ahead and give me a. It's actually going to be a really important check, so skill. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, no, actually you do. You have points in the skill. I need a engineering power plant.
Roger, Roger. Oh yeah, I do have one in that. And is that an intellect?
It's an education.
An education? Let's go. Okay.
Actually, you know what? This is a completely foreign technology, so I'll allow you to use intellect, even though you are the only one that has a memory that should allow you to be educated in it.
Oh, I got a 14 total.
Oh, that's really good. All right, so with a 14, you figure out pretty quickly this is some sort of drone, and better yet, it runs on a fuel. The fuel tanks are empty, but if it were to be fueled, it would produce power.
Okay, so it's like a generator drone.
No, it's not. That's not the purpose of the drone. It just has a generator on board.
I see. We can jack into it. Do I know the purpose of a drone with a 14?
Not precisely. It's some sort of sensor It's got pods on the side that could potentially be used to carry vac-suited personnel on an external mounting, not into an atmosphere or anything, but like out around the ship, probably for maintenance or engineering sensor evaluation of some kind.
Okay.
It is also, notably, because you've thoroughly examined it, got a M drive. M drive are almost exclusively on drones that are meant to space.
Gentlemen, I may have found a power supply, but it's going to need some fuel. It also it can move. It's got an M drive on it.
An M drive. Wow. Okay. What kind of fuel are we looking for?
Is it a liquid fuel?
Liquid hydrogen is the primary fuel, which is the same as the drives that you guys use today. That part is familiar.
So, we're going to be looking for the good old fashioned liquid hydrogen, guys.
All right. We'll look around for that now.
Damn it. Okay, so go ahead and give me recon checks.
I have a 11.
Thanks.
Reese
And a 9.
is going to look across the room to say something to Zane, and Otto's, who's flashing his flashlight on everything he sees, spills light across a couple of barrels that John recognizes as the same kind of barrels that would hold that type of fuel. Like, upon closer examination, you guys determine that there's at least one barrel here that has enough fuel to get the generator started.
Hey, Zigzag, I think we got a barrel over here for you.
Oh, okay. Just the one barrel, huh? Well, look, we can keep looking around. There might be more, but that's good. We can get that thing going. Keep looking around, guys.
All right, I'll keep looking around. Any idea how long that one barrel is going to last us, Zigzag?
I'm not sure, and we still don't know where we are. So we're gonna save that. It could probably burn for. Do I have any idea how long a tank? No, this is alien technology to me.
Well, it's not just that, but even the memories of the people that you've inherited wouldn't have known.
Gotcha. All right, well, we got one, so I'm going to keep searching around the room.
You want a flashlight?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Hey, Zigzag, you want to help me grab this barrel and we'll bring it over? Do you, Zigzag, have any idea how to put the fuel into the thing?
Not really. There might be some sort of transfer pump around here. That's usually how these things work. Look for something with 2 hoses and some sort of cylindrical pump between them.
Sweet, I will take a look. Can I do a mechanics check to see if I can find any sort of refueling mechanism?
Sure. You find or improvise, I'm assuming.
Yes. Mechanic is intellect, correct?
Mechanic is education. Almost everything is education. However, when you are dealing with this alien technology, would be intellect under normal circumstances. I guess I have to explain something here, otherwise you guys will get super confused. The technology you're talking about with the generator and the drone and all this shit is much closer to the level of technology you are used to dealing with and therefore works kind of like things you've already been trained on. The majority of the ship is like 5 TLs higher than what you're touching right now. So you've got the dumb part of the ship in your hands. So an education check is more appropriate because it's something you've actually worked with. But I will accept intellect if that's what you have to do to pass.
Education is fine. And I got 12.
Mm-hmm. Also, you guys would probably notice the difference in technology level. Okay, with the 12, these drums are blatantly here just to service that drone. They are built with a hand pump in each barrel that you can just hit a button, it flips out, and there's a little hose, and you can just pump the fuel into the tank.
Sweet. Hey, Zigzag, this is actually going to be pretty simple. Did you find a place for me to put it into the drone? I'll bring that barrel over to you.
Okay. I'm looking for a fuel deposit hole.
You've already found that. That was
okay. It's over here. I don't know if we want to turn this thing on yet, but we can definitely. Maybe it's got a leak or something, but we can put fuel in it.
I would like everyone to please roll initiative.
Oh boy.
The bad guy's initiative is 11.
Oh yeah. Mine is not 11.
Oh, that would be a glorious 6. Oh, 7, sorry.
I got an 11.
8.
I got an 8 as well.
Okay. Zigzag. As you are a human player, I am going to allow you to have the first action. As the 2 chambers that Reese and Otto are walking up towards suddenly power and open. And 2 very small combat-looking drones roll out of what seem to be charging stations.
Oh shit! You guys look out! Those do not look good. I have a big barrel of fuel in my hands, so I'm going to set that down and maybe step away from it. But I don't have a ranged weapon at the moment that works, so...
Because your rifle is TL...
TL11.
Ooh, yes, no, it just wouldn't work.
So I've got a big stick. I may use that if they come within melee range, but right now I'm going to put the barrel down next to the Jenny, and then I'm going to step away from it. I might even get to... Let's go here. Fuck it.
Okay. You can do those moves in one round since you didn't attack. And now it's the bad guy's turn, and these 2 drones, they're rolling drones. They look like ship maintenance droids that have been retrofitted for security. And they are literally carrying some sort of weapon on their back along with some sort of launcher. They do not look friendly. With all of that said, let's see what action's gonna be. Oh, that's what. That is helpful. All right. That is Otto, high or low?
High, please.
Excellent. One of the drones zips past at high speeds and sort of like streaks to a halt and turns around on this side. The other drone scans John and Otto and locks Otto with a laser that he's pretty sure is about to attack him. Would you like to take this opportunity to dodge or dive for cover?
Oh, Otto's gonna die for cover. Like he sees I want to be like a square that gets smaller and smaller. And he looks down at his chest and goes, "Oh shit!" And then like runs to the corner. Oh, right next to the empty barrels, which is a bad call. But dives down and like hides as far back behind there as possible.
Are you sure you want to dive next to those barrels?
I dive into the charging station that the other guy just came out of. That's another little. I'm looking for a spot that I can crawl into and be safe.
That was a wise decision. As the rotary barrel laser carbine opens up and rips through the remaining barrels over here that were partially full of the depleted hydrogen, igniting in a massive inferno that basically rocks the whole room. Everything's shaking. There's alarms. The red lights on the roof all come on, so the whole room is now bathed in red light. Reese, the only thing I need from you is a quick endurance check to see whether or not the concussion blows you off your feet. I'd take dexterity. Actually, dexterity's better. Let's do dexterity.
So if we're doing dexterity, we have a 9.
Okay. You manage to keep your footing as the barrels behind you explode into a massive ball of flame. Zane.
Okay. I am going to go this way
Okay.
and charge at that dude. And slam my sword right into his rotary laser carbine thing.
Okay. It's a melee weapon attack. As you are moving into its range, it is going to attempt to dodge. That's going to inflict a negative, I think it's skill because he's higher on the stat sheet, but he's not really a player.
Sorry, you were breaking up there. I didn't hear that.
Sorry, I'm talking to myself. But thank you for informing me that I'm breaking up because that's really important information I need whenever it happens. I was talking to myself because I don't have the exact stats, so I'm trying to interpret. Oh, there we go. He does have it. It's a -1 for his dodge skill. So you take a -1.
-1. Yeah.
Yeah, at least it's not Snake Eyes.
Fact. For 3, where's my bait? I know I have it around here. Melee blade 0, dexterity 2 for a total of 5.
Okay, it's not quite a hit.
Nope.
So you swing and a miss. This sword's heavier than you thought it was. Otto, what are you gonna do? Oh, you don't for cover.
Ass is hanging out of a hole.
You're hiding in a charging station. Reese, what are you gonna do?
Well, after the explosion happened, I got kind of disrupted a little bit, but I got my footing straight, and I'm looking right at this robot and realize that it can do some damage, and obviously going to do that damage to us or the area, and definitely not be good. So I am gonna take a knee. I am going to pull out my revolver and aim for the robot.
Okay. You can take a +1 for your aiming.
So we got a 12.
Okay. Take your effect and add it to your damage.
We have a 13.
Okay. It's actually a 12 because he has a dodge of 1. Forgot to mention that earlier. That's okay. All the math still
Gotcha,
works.
Okay.
All the math still works. And that shot does go into the optical processor of the unit and come out the backside, and it just slumps. You've destroyed it in one shot. Which is fortunate, because you're kneeling in front of it, and it has a Gatling.
Yeah, that was. I was hoping that was going to work, but these drugs, I'm pretty invincible right now, feeling.
Okay, Zigzag, it's top of the round. One of them has just had its little robot brains blown out.
Surprised by that.
Yeah, you should be.
I was completely planning on smacking it with my leader rod, but instead I think I'm going to run past, and there should be, well, I say this, but I'm taking a lot of assumptions. There should be a fire kit with some sort of chemical extinguisher near the door, because it's a egress or entrance. So I'm going to try to find some sort of firefighting kit.
There is, in fact, a full firefighting kit there. And it's of a simple enough nature that you would simply know how to use it, because you have inherited the memories of people of that common era.
So, without maybe even thinking about it just innately, I ran over, grab it, and then whatever movement I can do, I guess I'm going to get back to there. Maybe
I'll let you get all the way back to the fire if that's your intention to go, but you won't be able to actually start doing anything until the next round.
Okay.
That's 3 moves, because you ran over, managed gear, came back.
Roger, roger.
Okay. So, that brings us to the bad guy who's left. And, alright, first thing I need to do is this. Next thing I need to do is this. Okay. So, Mr. or Dr. Zane Hicks.
Yeah.
Would you like to dodge? Or dive for cover?
Good question. Probably a good idea to dodge back around the corner here. Not dodge, because
That's
not dive for cover.
that is dive for cover, if you do it that way.
Yep. Dodging.
Alright, how much dexterity points do you have?
2.
You have 2. Don't.
Yep.
Well, unless your picture's way different. Sorry, I don't mean modifier. It's how many skill points you have in dexterity.
Oh, yes. Sorry. That I have 0. Never mind. I will not be doing the dodging.
I think that's how it works. I'm going to give you the 2, because A, it's not going to make a difference on hit, it will just reduce the damage. So you try to... It basically swings around and tries to stick the laser combine in your belly, and you're like, whoa! And you try to move out of the way, but it pulls the trigger first.
Yeehaw!
This is probably bad.
Pirouette out of it.
So that's 17 on the dice. It is... Is it +3 or -3? It's really hard to read. +3. Auto 3.
Zane Hicks was a good doctor, a good man.
I'm going to say that for auto, it can shoot at more than one target. We're going to shoot at Zigzag too. Does Zigzag want to dodge or dive for cover?
I'm going to dive for cover with this a fire extinguisher in my hand.
That's a good idea. Go ahead and do that. Move your token wherever cover you think you'd go to. Oh yeah, it sprays fire back this way. Just pelting this other charging station to bits and bits and bits, as Zane partially has pirouetted out of the way but taken some damage. That is 20 total damage, minus whatever your armor shrugs off.
15 damage. Starts in endurance, right?
Yes, sir. starts in endurance, then goes to whichever of the two other skills you want, but when that skill hits 0, you're unconscious.
Alright, well, if I lose all of my endurance at once, I'm unconscious too, right?
Yes, that is true. So that's all your endurance in one go?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you spin out of the way and flop to the floor. Everyone else in the room is unaware of your condition, good or bad. Zigzag has dived for cover and will not get a turn at the top of the next round. Zane, that was his turn, but he is now unconscious. Otto.
Otto is going to back himself out of the hole. He's got 6 seconds. He's got a tech level 9 flechette pistol. Is that too high of a level?
It will not have the smart capability.
Cool. I've got 2 bullets in there. I'm going to... I managed gear, so I can't aim. He's pretty far away. I'm going to take a shot and hope for the best.
Okay. I'm going to determine that that's more than 5 meters. So it's outside of point blank.
Correct. Rolled a 9. -3 is a 6. +1 is a 7.
Okay. It doesn't quite get the job done. You have got its attention.
Phew, silent.
Ping, ping, ping! Zips around, like it stops firing, the barrel is smoking, and the end of the barrel is glowing as it turns, and you're now looking directly down said barrel. And it's Reese's turn. Reese, no sooner have you blown the head off this one, as all of that happens near instantaneously, and you look over your shoulder and there's this droid.
Do I see Zane like on the ground at least?
Yeah, you would actually see the whole thing.
Oh, okay, all right. So Zane's down. I see this robot getting peppered with bullets. I would like to try and dive and duck, like kind of go forward, but kind of duck in between some stuff, like advance, but still have some cover.
Okay. So in order to do that, you're going to have to use more than one move action. To do more than one move action, you're going to have to do one of two things. You're either going to have to roll me a athletics endurance check to get that extra tidbit out, or you're not going to be able to fire this turn.
That's fine. I'll take the non-fire this turn, as long as I'm in cover.
Okay, you can come up and be in cover like where these crates fell out. That is a wise decision. Being in cover is always better than not being in cover. Okay, Reese fully protected. Zigzag, you've lost your turn because you dove for cover. Bad guy.
I wouldn't say I'm losing it.
He's just saying you're living through what would probably have been a lethal encounter. First off, this thing's not a super high intelligence, but I do have to roll. Nope, okay, it's pretty sure Zane's dead, so it's just going to roll past him. And it's going to roll all the way out to the middle of this platform and then turn. And now I'd have to make the all-important who do I try to kill roll.
Not me.
I did shoot it, and it was staring at me.
You did, and that is true.
So it remembers you.
However, it is going to determine, because of the power armor, that Zigzag is the biggest threat. And the fact that you can't hit anything with a flechette pistol. But it doesn't actually know that. So Zigzag, once again, you find yourself being targeted by this thing.
I dove. I'm in cover.
You did dive for cover, that is true, but it is also repositioned. I will give you partial obscurity for the smoke, though. We'll call it a -4. Which is fortunate. But actually unnecessary, because it missed even if it had full... Oh, it is auto, though. Oh, it's auto, so we can shoot at auto, too. Auto, what do you want to do? Screen.
Yeah.
You are also in partial cover already, but...
Yeah. I mean, I have 1 dexterity. Oh no, I don't have a dexterity athletic skill, so I can't dodge.
But even
can't dive for
if you
cover.
did, I'll take the DR because I need to go back and read those rules, and I'd rather rule in your guys' favor and find out I was wrong later than take it away. So we'll use the modifier for now, just in case that is what it is. But also, if you dodge or if you dive for cover again, I mean, diving for cover would save you, but like, you'll lose your turn again. You can't dodge without leaving cover. The cover you're behind is partial cover, so you'll get a DR of 10.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hunker down.
Okay. That's a hit.
That's too much.
16, minus 10 for the DR, minus whatever armor you're wearing. Oh, plus 3. So it's actually 19, minus 10, minus whatever armor you're wearing.
Standing by with the dodge stuff out of the rule book if you want it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Travelers dodging will inflict a penalty equal to their dex DM or athletics dexterity, whichever is higher to the attacker's attack roll.
Ah, so it's either or. I knew that you couldn't combine it, but I couldn't remember what that meant. Okay, so that's good to know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Otto, I'm waiting to hear your status report.
I'm hurt. I'm not down.
Excellent. It is now Zane's turn, but Zane is unconscious. Zane, would you like to roll to try to regain consciousness?
I would love to.
Okay, it's an endurance check, and you are at -3.
I'm at -1 because of my soldier's organs, gives me +2 to all endurance checks.
That's right, super soldier. Stand up and make him pay.
Yeah, let's get some. Plus, or -1 still gives me a 6.
Oh no. I thought for sure you were going to pass that. Okay. Otto. That thing has just peppered the box you're in. The red on the barrel has now reached halfway down the barrel. Like you're able to observe that the barrel is getting uber hot.
It's real fast. I'm not this fast. I'm hopped up because he just shot at me. I got hurt. He's kind of destroyed my cover with his big old thing. I'm going to run. Oh no, there's not extra stuff. Is there? I can make it this far.
All right.
Potentially.
In one go? Ooh. Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Is that too far for me to shoot at him too?
No, that's what I meant. That was the only question. You could make it. If you weren't going to shoot, you can definitely make it. I will let you do it and shoot.
All right. Still, is this 5 meters now?
No, he's still more than that.
Oh, so close. I'm going to hit something. I am going to roll snake eyes. I'm not going to hit something.
Rolled snake eyes. This time, the flechette pistol literally explodes in your hand. Parts come flying out. You're pretty sure it makes a ping noise as the spring flies apart. It's like your third snake eye.
I had a paintball gun do that once.
Yep, that's actually what I had in my mind. What's that?
When you said ping, I was like, "That."
We know what sound that was.
Yep, that's the damn it.
That bolt just shearing off, and the bolt and the spring pushing the piston out through where the bolt is.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, that is an unfortunate thing to happen to Otto right in that moment. Reese, I'm not saying the entire party is resting on your ability to do what you did to that other droid to this one. I'm just saying it might be advantageous for you to do so.
I totally understand. So yeah,
I mean, we die to R2D2 here. Just saying.
I'm I'm gonna steady myself up against these containers right here and take aim at this guy. And fire.
Let him have it.
And I got a 10.
Yeah. It's -2, so that's just an 8, but go ahead and roll your damage.
I'm sorry, you said a -2. I missed that.
Yeah, so sorry, you got a -1 for the smoke and a -1 for his dodge, so it's a -2 DM. So your 10 is an 8.
Gotcha.
But you still hit.
Gotcha.
Roll your damage and tell me what it is.
Okay, I missed that. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, we have a 13. So we rolled a 15. It's a 4D minus 3, brings us to 12, and carryover was a 1.
Okay. It's dead. So once again, you put a round. You aim for the box on its left-hand side, because that's all you can kind of see. Fortunately, something really potent was in that box, because as soon as your round goes into it, it's enveloped in this explosive green plasma and just flips the thing. Like it just envelops and just melts it down.
Oh, guys, that doesn't look good. Stay away from that. That green goo. Oh.
Good shot, Reese.
Hey, Doc, I need more of these drugs when I start getting, going down,
Otto, from a hurt gun, is sprinting towards Zane.
Yeah. We are out of combat time. Combating the fire. Fuck, I'm gonna say it's a survival check. I will take arguments of other things. Maybe engineering life support, because it'd be like a thing they teach. Have survival.
I do have survival.
Okay. Survival is the thing that immediately comes to mind for firefighting.
Yeah. Okay. Just I have skill in that anyway, so.
I would have taken an argument for anything else that made sense.
So I rolled a 10 on the dice. I got +1 in survival, and I would say that it's a dexterity, or maybe, yeah, let's say it's dexterity. So that's even better for me.
I'm okay with dexterity.
All right, 14 total then.
Okay. You put most of the fire out in one go. The equipment's working well, and you're natural at using it. The room is filled with a significant amount of smoke, giving the red lighting and the two little sweeper drone things that are coming around this weird glow. Otto, as you come up to Zane, Zane is in a pretty bad way. The belly part of his armor has been completely blown apart, and there is a charred crater size of an orange missing from the front of his stomach.
He is the doctor, and he's got all of the doctor kits, and I know those are in his backpack, and he showed me where they are. So leaving him as untouched as possible, I get the right medicine kit that he's got. I'm looking through all of the stuff, and I'm looking for a kind of gel to pump into his huge gaping open wound that's going to seal it.
Okay. He has a advanced med pack that gives you a +2 to make a medic check and the ability to do so without penalty.
I've got a medic 0.
Okay. So you basically have a +2. It's education, so you might have more than that.
I got a +3. That's a 10. Oh, no, sorry. It flipped over. That's a 6 +3 is a 9.
Okay. That will give Zane 1 hit point back. Does that? It will also bring him conscious.
Does that have to go to? Because I can never remember how it is. Does it go to strength, or can I put it endurance? Or does it matter?
I cannot remember. I do remember. You know what? I'm gonna say you need to do it in order. as far as doing strength first and then endurance. But if you were out, like if you were missing strength and dexterity, I would say you could choose between those two. But I do remember having an in-depth conversation with someone about this, and I remember that at a bare minimum, it is not advantageous to the player to put it back in endurance. That mathematically, it's worse to do it that way. I can't remember if it's required. I'm going to say, though, you need to put it back in strength.
First data points stored for first data divide is desired among all damaged physical characteristics.
Okay, so you can do it, but I very distinctly remember that mathematically it's not a wise choice.
Sweet, we'll put it in strength. Boom. Done.
Okay. It also brings you back conscious.
Yay! Ow! That hurt.
Don't move. You got shot a lot, and I think I picked the right stuff to fill up your stomach. And you're talking to me. Are you okay? How else can I help you?
So with a 9, he at least hasn't picked any of the wrong things to do.
I'm gonna stop touching me. Let me take a look at this. Like, tell me what you see, and like, well, I mean, it's my stomach, so I can probably see most of it. And I'll guide him through patching me up to be functional for the rest of it, so he doesn't hurt me anymore.
Yeah.
I lean in real close and I go, "Did it get any of the good bits?"
I'm good.
All right.
That's what the redundant organs are for.
I'm just in a lot of pain. But I didn't shoot anybody else, so somebody had to take the hit.
It got my arm a little bit as I was hiding.
But say it did shoot somebody else, and now the doctor's conscious. Maybe that's a consideration.
You want me to take a look at that?
Yeah, of course. I'm bleeding a lot.
I have to imagine that scene. Otto's like, "Oh, I'm bleeding a lot." It's like a little like dribble of blood compared to like Zane's like, baseball size
coming out of
it.
His intestines are coming out.
He's like, I'm gonna die. It's just a scratch.
I'm living because I have redundant organs. That's about it. But yes, I'm gonna first aid Otto there. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11.
Yeah.
Sorry, 13. I forgot about the first aid kit. 13.
That's 5 extra hit points for Otto. I think that might be more than he lost.
I feel better than ever. You put a tiniest of Band-Aid for the graze.
This is your boo-boo.
Yeah, it's got a little heart Band-Aid on it, and like...
Right, I'm going to say that between everyone else and the fire's been extinguished now. The carnage here is pretty significant, but the fire is out. The red lights indicating alert and the occasional are still going on.
Has the room become warmer? It's not freezing?
No, the room, well, there was a fire, so yes.
In a sealed room, a fire as big as was portrayed would have
It sucked all the
heat up
oxygen
that
out.
room. Yeah, we still need to de-smoke the room, unless ventilation is working and doing that already.
Actually, those of you that are familiar with starships, which at least Zigzag is more likely all of you, would be very impressed that the hull didn't buckle if it is a starship. Like, that big of an explosion should have punched a hole.
Yeah, I'm still thinking this is a research station on some sort of mountaintop.
Or in an asteroid.
Oh yeah, deep in an asteroid. Right, yeah, the vac suits. Look, we gotta find some sort of like command center, control center place.
Do you need to recharge your Suit, you said you found a power supply. We can try to siphon some power off of that before we go exploring more. We gotta watch out for the little trash can guys.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So I'm going to use the fuel that we had that I dropped over here.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in the generator, in the drone. And then I'm going to figure out how to hook my power armor, which is Droyan technology, to the Droyan generator.
It's going to plug in.
Awesome! I'm going to... Can somebody flip the switch? Again, my arms are too short.
Can I go back and get Gus? Do you think this will power him too? Yours is more important and everything, and I'm sure.
I don't know if it's more important, but yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
I
we
got the
also
switch for you.
potentially have these 2 charging station things for the drones. Well, one of them got ripped up to shreds by stuff, but we could see if there's this one over here still providing power.
It'd be really cool if I could get some sort of ranged weapon. That was scary.
I mean, I charged a giant laser Gatling gun with a sword, so...
Yeah, you got shot in the tummy, too.
Whee!
So, I would rather not get shot in the tummy.
Yeah, if we can get Gus charged up, we can take apart the remains of those droids and try to take one of their weapons.
You know that scene in RoboCop where he's, like, in the chair, just connected and everything? I think that's what Zigzag's in this generator right now. He's all connected up.
He's sitting on one of the hot seats plugged into its charging port.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's in a weird place. Oh, it's down there. Oh, it's a vibrator. We can get Gus up in here too, right?
Yep.
Psst, got.
It's going to take a little bit of finagling to get us hooked up, but I'm not going to make you guys roll for it. You eventually figure out how to hook the one size USB to the other size USB, and you're going to be able to charge him up too. You will find that because he's not a weapon, that the only damage to him is his weapon system is not functional.
Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, so you don't have a weapon. I don't have a weapon. Your flechette pistol blew up, right?
I do have a weapon. It just won't shoot. It's a fancy big old weapon, and I got a sword that won't turn on.
The sword just
Yes.
doesn't have a charge.
Oh, doesn't have a charge?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at a docking station.
Yeah.
Here, I think my vac suit's done. You can try this port.
Yep, you can recharge that.
I think what I'm going to do is go over to this other robot here and kind of see if I can finagle that laser gun out of him. See if there's anything repaired on him that we can use to help give somebody else a weapon.
That's a good idea. Do you have the skill set to do that?
I do have. I would assume this is going to be a mechanic thing. I'm a 0 in mechanic, but education is going to be a -1. So I could definitely use some assistance.
It's going to be unfamiliar technology anyway, so it's going to be based on intellect.
Oh, okay. So intellect, then I have an intellect of 1, but I think this would be a zigzag thing that he could probably help me with.
I'll go over there with you, John. Let's see if we can pull one of these things off. That one kind of melted down, so we're going to start with this one.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing but slag left of the one in the middle. This one, on the other hand, is almost completely intact. The only thing that's missing is its main center red, menacing optical thing has a very small hole in the front and a soda can size hole in the back of its dome.
John, you shot the shit out of this thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have thought about trying to spare it for parts, but I was just happy to get this thing gone. It was like
Yeah.
shooting at auto and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have destroyed it. This is a pretty surgical strike right here. We don't need any of the optical parts. We could just get to look. Here's I think the magazine feed, and then this is this is the bolt carrier. So we'll take this apart right here. I got it's kind of like this Allen key looking thing.
Yeah, good thing you're looking at this, because I'm telling you right now, the colors of these wires are all weird, and this is just odd. This is weird technology.
It's like old Droyan stuff. Like, so yeah, it is odd. I'm gonna try to mechanics or engineer this thing. I'm gonna disassemble the laser weapon.
I was about to say, there's a laser weapon, sort of a short-barreled rotary deal, and then there is it's like a box, but it's got like little grenades and stuff in it.
I rolled snake eyes.
It's not good. Even with the advantage of having an assist?
Oh, I can roll one of these again. Okay, that's way better.
There we go.
So it's 9.
Okay, and you were trying to take the laser weapon off?
Yes.
So for a 9, you're not able to get the full rotary barrel thing working, but you get one of the barrels working. I'm using this to represent it because it is both small, and you only got one of them. So this is the basic stats you're going to use for a improvised laser weapon. It's going to be a little awkward to hold.
Okay.
Well, that should definitely help out somebody for something. Then that's going to be good.
Hey, this is better than nothing.
For real.
I imagine I bought a Bissell steam cleaner that's like broken, and the tank kind of just falls out the back, so it takes 2 hands to keep it going. You know, you gotta hold the button and hold the tank in. Similar to this, I guess.
Sure, we can make a latch for that. What about this box? It's like There's like a grenade launcher bomb.
We'll check that out. I'll take this laser apart, and if we've got time, we'll look into that box. I didn't want to hold anybody else up.
I mean, also someone else could come and do it if they want, because
yeah, that's true too.
I happen to know that Gus has a pretty amazing stat for this.
Reset, hey Zigzag, you want to work on the robot?
Yep. Ignoring the roboticist over here with his special custom-built robot that's built to work with robots. It's okay. You guys totally relate and talk about your backstories, and you guys know what each other do.
Well, see, Zigzag had all that Droian stuff, and we're working on some old Droian stuff. I figured that would just make sense.
You want to come over here and take a look at this? Maybe get this box open?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Rudo, are we trying to put the robot back together?
Oh, gosh, no. No. We want to get, we want to use the resources.
Yeah, the resource is the whole robot itself. Well, that optical sensor is destroyed. And then Gus is kind of floating along. He just opens up and he's using all of the tools, and he reaches in and goes, okay, let's see what's inside this box here.
So, fun story. I was reading something about Traveler Rules today. Your roboticist is at level 1, but should be a profession, not science. But some professions, are actually considered to be bonus DMs. So the way that you would roll this check, it's intellect because it's not a familiar technology, so it's not education. It's mechanics because you're mechanically trying to remove parts from the droid. And you get a bonus of 1 for your rank in roboticist.
Cool.
Now, I'd also like to know specifically what you're trying to salvage. Like, is it just, are you just going to concentrate on this grenade box, or you're trying to get other things too?
I was told I want to get inside this grenade box. Do I immediately notice it as some kind of grenade launcher?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Cool. Then I'd like to be able to hold that grenade launcher after I am done taking it apart. And, yeah.
Okay. Now all you gotta do is pass roll. You can have also advantage for Zig.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Yeah. With a convenient handle and 6 grenades that are able to be shot. Assuming this card is showing up.
Otto kind of whips it around, looks at it, and goes, "Huh. Well, this is pretty good." And then he walks back over to the arc field weapon, and he carries that over to Dr. Zane and goes, "I believe the King of England needs an upgrade," and hands him a charged arc field weapon.
Sweet. I could use that.
Then he kind of chuckles to himself and goes, I mean, I don't even have to hit it. I just got to be close now.
Where haven't we looked yet? I haven't looked at these boxes. What do these things
Back
contain?
corner.
Hold on.
I was gonna come back and take a look at this back area here because we haven't gone back there yet.
I agree, Zane. I was kind of interested in heading back that direction too.
It's interesting. Up there. Let's say I downloaded an equipment table specifically for this question. What is in the box?
What's in the box?
Answer to what's in the box is... Oh. Alright, so you crack open these 2 boxes here that you were initially asking about. 4 boxes here. And they are full of circlets, about the size of a Droyan. They are like a high-tech circlet that would fit around a Droyan's head.
Like, would I know if it was like a psionic designed circlet?
Yes, you would have the impression vaguely that that's what it does. That it either dampens or enhances, but you wouldn't know which one that it does.
Wow. And there's like hundreds of them in here?
There's many, I don't know about hundreds. Dozens, yes.
I'm going to pick one up.
Okay.
I'm going to put it on.
Okay.
Otto, how do I look?
Oh, you're trying to be the king now. That's a cool circlet. Oh, that's on your power armor, not on you. That's a really cool fashion statement. Does Gus need one?
It would be like a hula hoop to him, right? With that's right. It wouldn't. I got the power armor head on. You should try it. Here, I'll put it on you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you look like a princess.
My lady.
Well, especially with the way like he's got like the wind-blown hair in that picture.
It's like a diadem. Do you know what a diadem is?
I know what a diode is. Diadem.
Like a tiara.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Does anybody else need one of these?
Anybody
No,
want to
thanks,
start?
man.
I think I'm good, unless did they do anything cool or
I'm a princess now.
They just
Or
look
is that
fancy.
fashion statement.
Do we have the
That's-
King of England and the Princess of England?
This box had the circlets, or both of the boxes had the circlets?
All four of those have circlets.
Oh wow. Okay.
They seem to be part of a very large shipment. Like, I'm not sure how you would know it exactly, but Zigzag would get the impression that this is only a small part of what was a very large shipment of these.
Mass produced.
For
don't know
a
what-
reason.
Yeah, there's got to be a weird reason. Big reasons, but I don't know which way it goes. All right, well, that's these boxes. My curiosity is stated. Slated? I don't know what the right word is.
Stated.
Yes. We haven't checked everywhere, though. There's a door behind you, Zane.
Yes.
Zigzag, that door says external airlock.
Before you go and open that, it says external airlock and Droyan over there.
Okay, let's not do that one. Unless we're
Okay.
sure we're not on a ship.
It's still, we might be in one of those asteroid things, like a research lab. Which, still, there should be a control room somewhere.
This place where the other droid died and there was that cloud, is that all dissipated now, or is it still kind of lingering around?
So that was a plasma fire, and Zigzag put it out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so this might be some type of elevator to go up or down, right?
Could be.
Could also go outside.
That's a possibility. Yeah.
All right, well, why don't we've got some vac suits over here. So if you guys, I know they're Droyan shaped.
Androidian
Nope,
size.
Yep, they're not going to work for you. Never mind.
I mean, I'm sure we could repurpose their life support systems for like breathing, but like anything outside of just breathing we wouldn't be able to use them for.
This door that we went through over here, is that actually like an airlock of some kind for this room?
It's very blatantly an airlock, and I described it as such.
Okay. With that being said, I'm like, the people who don't have vac suits could just go into the other room, and the people with vac suits can just stay in this room and check it out.
So that would just be Zigzag by himself.
Well, I mean, you got Gus too, right? I mean, Gus could go do some stuff.
He said Gus's people. That's so nice of you. I wouldn't want to split up like that. We could let's try some other things. There was another cylindrical room in the beginning where like we came out of one and then there was one kind of mirrored on the wall. That might end up being not a transporter thing. Well, it could be a transporter, just really short up down kind of thing, like elevator. There's also, is there like a control switch for this center pad?
You don't see one.
I don't see one here, John, but usually there's a control pad to make
Usually
this
on
thing
brilliant
move.
ships like this, it may not necessarily be controlled from in here, as they wouldn't want the ability to accidentally vent a bay to space. So,
Good
so
point.
the control room, all things like that.
Yep.
Instead
Still
of
need to find a control room.
instead of Billy Bob running the forklift.
I think it's safe to say that this big thing's probably some sort of external ingress egress thing, because the drone's got to get out somehow, and it's not going through this door.
I want to check this. This a platform?
So, this is a compactor. Pretty obvious that it's a compactor. I don't want to just spend too much time rolling on it. But it looks like you put scrap metal in as it's big and it comes out small.
Don't go in there.
Gotta stay away from there.
People.
All right, gents. Anybody else see anything that we might be able to use, or are we done in this room? And maybe we go back and try to find some sort of control area.
Look for a terminal.
Maybe see if there's any conduit places that we could plug the drone into the facility / ship, and provide some power for everything else for a little bit. Maybe
Chat about that for a second. I'm gonna take a bio break.
Yeah. So if we power everything up, then maybe we can find some kind of console.
Yep. Our 1 can of fuel probably won't last long powering the whole facility systems, but
Speaking
it could
of,
also.
I wonder what the level is of what's left, like, what's left in the tank type thing. I mean,
The Jenny up to the ship and run the ship for an indeterminate but very short amount of time.
I'd say it might just burp the systems up and then shut them right back down.
I don't know if this is a ship. That's an assumption.
It'll burp
Yes.
the place up.
Or we jerry rig some small vac suits into hopefully atmospheric. I don't know. Or we hope that the thing that we jumped in on is also an elevator.
I mean, we got some safe assumptions here. Like, we know that this is an external exit. We know that this is move the drone out through the bottom of whatever we're in. So, I mean, if we're in an asteroid or anything, the entrance is underneath us. So, I don't know.
And use airlocks to keep either cold or vacuum of space or caustic atmosphere outside.
Yep.
Is it possible those little robots that we destroyed have any type of controlling mechanism for this opening or elevator?
I mean, it's possible.
I'm also good with checking out that forward area that we came out of over here. Check and see if that's what that is and where it leads.
I've returned. Did anyone else take a bio break?
Now we're discussing assumptions and
I
where
like
we
it
wanted
when you
to go.
guys discuss your assumptions and plans. I often, when I go back, listen to your conversations on the recording later on and think to myself how close or how far away you got it and plan for the next time. I enjoy those conversations that are separate from when I'm here. With that said, have we settled on a plan?
Say we go check out this other little thing which we haven't looked at yet.
I concur.
Let's go for it. Everybody back into the air compactor.
Okay. Now the cargo bay was relatively big even for your size. However, coming back into the living quarters, you're once again reminded of how small this, like, the ceiling's close. I mean, Zigzag's fine. Gus is fine. The rest of you are, like, you don't have to scooch your head down, but you feel the need to because the ceiling's so close.
Gosh, is this crazy? So tight in here. Jeez.
This is cozy. It's actually the kind of scale I would want if I bought a ship, you know?
No.
Yeah. Moving on.
You don't think I could ever buy a ship?
Oh, I think you could probably buy a ship. Way too small for me.
Very expensive. This is weird because I can't find a control room.
Well, maybe the smaller ones are less expensive, you know?
That's true. I'd have to get like children to help me crew it. All right, what is this? What does it say on here?
Transporter.
Does it say transporter on this side too?
Sure does.
Butts. Okay, well that's ambiguous.
Great.
Take a look inside. See what the buttons say.
Yeah, is this I'm gonna open the door.
You open the door, and you step inside, and for a split second, you're just in a dark room, and you're like, shit. And then right as you're about to turn back around, a holographic interface comes up in front of your face that didn't come up in the other room before. It seems to show a number of different options. Some of the options are grayed out. Unfortunately, they're just a series of letters and numbers that don't really mean anything to Zigzag.
Gentlemen, there's a number of like a wheel of options came up. Some of them are grayed out. I'm looking through here. I can't tell how many different options we've got here, but I do have some selections. So you guys want to get in here and we'll hit the button together, or maybe we should try one at a time.
I'll get in here and look at this thing with you.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll come in there too.
It's so tight. Last time we used one, we got EMP'd and... All right, scoot over.
Well, this display here is giving off a little bit of light. That's comforting somewhat.
Can I see anything in Droyan that says something like bridge or control room or
Nope.
engines? Nope.
The only indicators on here that would really... Basically, you can tell the ship is in emergency. It's very much... there's all sorts of warnings about nil power and stuff like that. And there's a big old red banner that says things like emergency protocols activated.
Maybe we can't use this thing until we get the power back up and running. We do have a holographic display though. I'm gonna select at random and hit go.
You want me to tell you what the letters and numbers are? But they don't. I'll just go ahead and tell you.
Yeah, it's not gonna correlate.
They don't actually mean anything. Okay, so you hit the first button. I'm just gonna roll dice to see which one.
At this point, you guys can no longer give me a hard time for randomly pushing buttons.
Oh, I wouldn't.
It's not a red button,
I
though,
wouldn't
Ronan.
say that yet, man. Like that, it may be a bit early for either you or Kizik to be making that particular comment just yet.
Ah, so there's more buttons. Yes.
Bye-bye, killer droids. You guys were great.
You were scary. I liked it.
A bright light starts at your feet, zips all the way up to the tips of your head, just as you did before, and slurp! You appear to be in the exact same room. Everything's exactly the same as it was just a second ago. You're all just standing there. The only difference is the number that you pressed, Zigzag, is no longer on the panel, and there's a new one in its place. Everything else about the room is exactly the same.
Did it work? I'm going to try to open the door.
Okay. The door opens. As you come as you come out into what looks to be some sort of operations center, with several consoles of Droyan size with Droyan roosts on it. This area appears to be some sort of operations center. Lined up against the wall to the left are two robotic sentries. Between the two of them is a large glowing red button.
Don't do it, Zane. Don't do it.
As long as the robot sentries call me a meatbag, I'm pushing the button.
Let's get out of here.
Is this place dusty too?
Oh yeah, exact same condition. The consoles are all in standby mode. The lights are red emergency lighting.
Otto and Gus make eye contact with those droids. Otto walked up to a charging station and didn't like it, and he's gonna back away, making sure they're not turning on.
I'm gonna go check out this door over here.
Okay. You open it. It appears to be a small combination hygiene and medical room. So like there's smaller versions of the habitation you found down below, and a table that has like a auto surgical, like an auto dock on it, which from your medical training you'd recognize, but it's for Droian size.
Wheat.
This is obviously some sort of like last ditch emergency medical system that's been tacked onto the operations center.
I look around to see if there's any useful medical stuff. Like, I assume it wouldn't be in like same kind, sort of like bottle dispenser things that modern day would, but I see if there's anything there that looks like it could be, or that I could test to find out if it was useful.
For the age of this system, there's no way it would still be. But you could look, but it wouldn't. There's, you gotta realize, it's like 1,000 years.
And the other thing I look for, is there anything there that isn't electronic, like a book of Droian physiology or anything like that?
Negative.
Okay.
Zigzag, what are you doing?
Zigzag wants to walk over to these computer-looking consoles.
Okay.
And I know they're in like low power mode, but I want to see maybe when the last time they were on or logged in. Maybe just check out the system and see what I can figure out.
You feel a very strong compulsion to walk around to the backside. As you do, there's a circular divot here, a very familiar sized circular divot here. And without realizing it, you pull out the medallion and its base that you have locked together. And you don't necessarily have to seat it in there if you don't want to as a player. But you do find yourself drawn to do it, and the slots match perfectly, as though it's meant to be seated here.
Yeah, before I can stop myself, I put it in.
The entire console comes to life. Several holographic images of a planet that you, well, we'll see if you recognize that later, but of a planet come up in the center of the room. Everything in the room hums to life.
Zigzag, what'd you do?
I put the medallion down. There's like, you see this planet, right? It's not just me.
Can I see the holographic planet?
Yes, everyone can see the holographic planet and the fact that the consoles are turned on. And a intellect check, a navigation check, with a 6 or higher to pass will tell you which planet it is.
Navigation, not astrogation.
And navigation. It is not astrogation. You're not looking at the star, you're looking at the planet.
Otto gives the droid some side eye. He's not trained in navigation.
Yes, I know you guys skip navigation, which is why when they call for specific checks, I'm absolutely going to make sure you guys have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Otto rolled a 5 minus 3 plus 2 for a 4.
Are you sure that's a planet?
No, I think that droid moved.
I got a 7.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm in the bathroom.
I'll let you walk out. I mean, this thing coming to life would make quite a ruckus.
It's in the bathroom testing the drugs.
Also,
Yeah, you don't do that?
all the lights in there would have come on to normal power, so you would have known something happened.
So we're using education on this, or
I'll take education or intellect.
good. Okay, so we got a 7 minus a 3, which gives us a 4, plus the intellect gives us a 5.
Also a 5.
Okay. Zigzag, would you like to spend a player point, if you have one?
Yep, I do.
Okay. Remember the city that you were in when your little head got zapped by the museum right before you went into a teleporter?
Yeah.
That city is on the planet that is in the hologram, and when you look at where the city is on the hologram, there's a giant targeting reticule sitting around.
Oh, goodness. Guys, the city that we were in, that was the planet. Hold on, I have this somewhere. Crap, I don't have my notes. Anyway, it's there's a targeting reticle here. You see that?
It's called Koyet for short. Planet.
Like that. Something like that.
Did a breakup?
No, I heard you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Huh. Well, the city was being targeted for some reason.
Do you think that's them targeting us to get beamed up, or is that them about to destroy that old city?
Oh, that's a good question.
About to destroy, or is that how the city got destroyed?
I mean, the city was still standing. It's just thousands of years of misuse.
Ooh, hold on. Check your notes. What happened to the city thousands of years ago?
A sudden and cataclysmic event.
I actually gave you guys a little bit of additional detail on that. Specifically, memories Zigzag would have had.
I don't remember.
Okay. So Zigzag's going to have a flashback then, because this is important and I feel like we need to have it. He's going to see this and images in his mind of all of the non-Droyan kind of turning into, I'm not going to say mindless zombies, but pretty damn close. And like ripping everything apart, and all the Droyan becoming like completely passive, and like even as they're being ripped limb from limb, like completely lethargic and unable to do anything. As though they're in some sort of daze.
And this happened just like overnight?
Happened very quickly. The flashes, like you're not going to be able to get fine details. This is like flashes of memory. But you're going to have some very graphical, like zombie apocalypse movie scenes of people are in one, either they're Droyan and they are completely dazed and unable to do anything, or they have gone completely batshit insane and are eating the flesh of their fellow people and ripping people limb from limb.
Zigzag shudders with the memories that are flashing through. Gentlemen, what happened on the planet was the people were eating each other. people were freaking out, but the Droyan weren't being cannibals or anything. They just had kind of like become lethargic and given up. So maybe some sort of like disease or illness of some sort swept over the planet, or at least the city. You think this ship could have done something like that?
As your eyes go across your fellow compatriots, your eyes fall on Otto, who is currently wearing that circlet you put on his head, and you flash to another memory of a small group of Droyan, and you realize that you're seeing it from the eyes of a Droyan, dressed similar to these other Droyan, who are walking calmly through the streets as all of this happened with laser carbines and those circlets above their head, and they seem unaffected by the cataclysm around them.
And it's all like military style.
They're actually wearing what you would define as religious robes, but they are carrying military-grade weapons.
Oh boy. Otto, that circlet we found in the box.
Yeah.
I had a thought, or maybe it was some sort of another memory, but I remembered. Yeah, there was some sort of like purge or genocide with these Droyan wearing these circlets, almost like a religious kind of feeling to it, walking through the streets and just kind of like purging those who are falling ill.
And so you think this ship with that target emitted some kind of pulse that altered everybody's behavior? Is that psionics? Is that the Droyan are psionic, right?
Some have been known to be, yeah, and the casting is a bit psionic, and that could be a good lead. But I don't know for sure. This is all really strange and ancient technology.
And the coin we found and the base that it sits on is the thing that's powering it. Are we sending that ray down right now?
I didn't see an on-off switch. I think the medallion and the coin are just keys.
Well, we gotta make sure we keep those safe. We don't want...
Yeah, we don't want the Serpentina that are still in the city to go crazy and eat each other. Where's the on switch? Hold on, let me try to find a button.
I was going more the other way. We don't want the Serpentina to be able to do this to any city in the Rift.
That's a good point. If this is a weapon, we need to keep it out of the hands of everybody. Look, they're all going to war in the Rift.
Or destroy it.
It is ancient Droyan tech, though. It's a shame to kind of destroy it.
Who do we give it to then?
But, I mean, where are we? What are we doing? Like, we have a lot of things to figure out.
Yes.
There's a door behind me. Anybody want to keep exploring?
Yeah.
I mean, you have the giant key to the computer. Are there any logs where we can see the last time anything? Like, we may have just figured out what's happened to the city below, but what happened here on the ship? Why is there no one here, or the facility, or wherever we're at?
Right. Let me try to look through the logs, see if I can find any.
Okay. So you'd come around to the interface side. There are several different forms of log. Give me, and only Zigzag can really do this because it's a computer's check, but you have to be able to read the computer language to do it. Go ahead and roll a computer's check.
Oh, holy
Boxcars!
Oh, shit. Okay, well, for boxcars, I'll give you two options. You can look up the text files. You could download them to, a datapad or something, and it would be compatible, and you could do it. You can also engage a holographic interface that has their equivalent of a intellect helper, a helper AI program.
Oh, and then we can communicate with this thing.
Yeah, you could talk to it.
Yeah, that'd be easier to interface with. Let's try that.
Okay. For the sake of simplicity, I'm going to say that you also figured out how to make it speak basic language so everybody can talk to it. So a Droyan draped in robes will appear underneath where the hologram of the planet used to be. And it'll say, please state your inquiry.
I look like a Droyan in my power armor. Hopefully I can...
It doesn't seem to care that there's a bunch of humans on the bridge.
Oh, okay.
Where are we?
You are in the operating center of the final memory.
The final memory, huh?
Was that an inquiry?
What's the final memory?
Final Memory is a prototype class, RX class stealth cruiser designed for the implementation of a prototype medallion-based weapon. The idea by the higher elders was to maintain intellectual and ethical purity of the Droyan over inferior species by using the casting and psionic medallion's abilities to realign Droyan psyches to a more productive way of thinking. The weapon did not work as anticipated.
Are there more medallion-based weapons out there?
Unknown. Insufficient data.
Ugh, a shudder.
Report status of the ship.
Final Memory has sustained significant damage. Status of the M drive is unknown. Diagnostics are incomplete. Status of jump drive, offline. Status of primary weapon systems, offline. Status of secondary weapon systems, offline. Status of life support, minimal, draining, 13 hours remaining.
Communication systems?
Communication systems are online.
Okay.
Emergency
we can send a
beacon
call.
is active for remaining 13 hours of life support life.
Shit, for a stealth ship, you just put your beacon on?
Emergency protocols were activated when the medallion was inserted.
Oh shit. We should make a call to our captain and try to figure out where in space we can meet up, or she can come here and get us or something.
Communication consoles are located on the primary bridge.
And this is not the primary bridge.
Negative. This is the operations center. Some emergency functions can be accessed from here. However, the communications link between these consoles and the bridge, and therefore to the communications array, has been severed. Secondary security protocols have also been activated, but are incomplete on cycle and are outside the control of this room.
Tell me what the word bridge looks like in Droyan.
It flashes up a word that you recognize as bridge.
Awesome. So I'll be able to pick that in the transporter next.
Transporter didn't have words; it had numbers and letters.
Oh shit! Can you tell me which one the bridge correlates to, and the transporter, which numbers and letters?
Transporter systems are currently offline.
But why?
Unknown. Connectivity between primary computer systems and transporter systems are offline.
Is there another way to the bridge without utilizing transporters?
Negative. The independent sections of the cruiser by design are isolated from each other. That way, if there is a catastrophic failure of one of the sections, the other sections may emergency jettison from the core, saving the lives of the crew members on board.
Are there any crew members on board?
Ooh. That is unknown at this time. However, at the last reported status report, there were 13 crew members in cryostasis.
When was the last status report?
634 years ago.
Where are the cryostasis section?
Pylon 4.
I don't know if I want to be waking any of these drawing up.
You said where, and it said Pylon 4. It would have flashed up a numerical sequence that Zigzag would have recognized as one of the options in the teleporter.
There you go.
Okay, I can figure that out in the teletransporter thing. But that's offline. We need to figure out how to get it back online if we want to leave this room.
Is there any defense against the primary weapon system?
There is no known defense against the weapon system. However, the weapon system does not work as desired.
What was desired?
Pacify the population and bring them around to a correct way of thinking, with the Droyan superior species being on the hierarchy and the inferior species serving.
Is there a way to deactivate the security?
Not from here.
Can you add us to the crew?
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yes, we can add you to the crew roster. However, it requires command approval to grant you any sort of access.
Command approval? Yeah, I have the medallion and the coin. I'm in command.
That is not how that works. Let me rephrase that in a more technical way. Possession of the medallion does not impart you in any authority.
I'm the King of England. Does that count?
Where's England?
I've got an amulet from Carvel, the Droyan from the planet from 6,000 years later. That's probably not as helpful. It's going to protect me and guide my way. Sorry, that's not an inquiry either.
I know we talked about the ringlets already, but do those provide any type of protection from any of this bad stuff that's going on?
That question was directed at the AI who will answer you, but your party members might be able to answer that question as well.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember if that came up. I know we talked about it a little bit, but that's why I didn't ask the AI.
I've had visions of them wearing them, like wearing robes. These Droyans were on planet, kind of like with super blasters and wearing those circlets. So it could maybe help them, but then again, it could be like a psionic enhancer or reducer too. So
I was just kind of wondering if it was some kind of like article that, the people that could be, I mean, if you had that, you were immune type thing. That's what I was kind of curious.
So if you ask the AI that question, he'll confirm that that is in fact what they are. They were meant to be handed out to all of the true believers, so they'd be immune to the weapon. And they dampen your psionic ability completely. So if you're wearing them, you cannot use psionics or you have psionics used on you. You're in essence in a psionic null bubble.
And of course, those circlets, do those have anything to do with this ship or security or anything like that?
No, it just protects you from the weapon.
Gotcha.
We're also on a timer, guys, especially with the array going. Oh, AI, one more thing. Does this ship have a self-destruct sequence?
There is a self-destruct sequence for the final memory. The self-destruct sequence can only be authorized if both the captain and the first officer concur and trigger their authorization keys at the same time. However, in 13 hours and 4 minutes, that will be a moot point.
What happened to the captain and the first officer?
They are deceased.
What happens in 13 hours?
Everything shuts down.
In 13
Out
hours,
of
the
life support.
the life support fails. The power packs that are currently powering, the emergency power is currently being drained from battery. 4 minutes after that emergency power has been completely drained, the power to the containment field around the singularity core will fail. Once that happens, the singularity core that powers the ship will consume the vessel and quite a bit of space around it, where it ultimately winks out and explodes.
In other words, we won't feel a thing.
How far away is the ship from the planet in the hologram?
We're in orbit above Koyet.
Are there any emergency transport vessels or anything like that? Emergency way of getting off the ship?
There are several escape pods. Their status is currently unknown.
Where are they located?
There are 4 escape pods on each of the primary pylons, and there are 7 escape pods scattered throughout the core superstructure. Their status is currently unknown because several of the systems that control emergency procedures, including security and escape pod jettisoning, have been disabled by external weapons fire during the battle.
Who fought back against the ship?
The coalition of Droyan and lesser species did not agree with the Elders' plans to re-ascertain the proper order of the galaxy. As soon as the city fell into disarray, they resisted. There were many of them, and the stealth capabilities of the ship were compromised by the main weapon being activated.
They fired back. Okay.
I'm getting the feeling we should probably all grab those circlets. Like each one of us should probably have one or something like that, and then we should go check the condition of the escape pods. Just since we're dealing on a 13-hour timer.
I want to go to comms and try to hail our captain friend to come get us. She should be around the planet. The plan was to pick us up in a couple weeks, right?
It was.
That was.
I don't think you're understanding this. I don't think you're understanding the scale. She was flying to another planet in the star system.
Yeah, we haven't been gone for, or they haven't been gone for a couple weeks yet. Like, they're not making it back in 13 hours.
Also, to beam a communication that over that distance is going to have a significant amount of signal lag, and is going to be a broad transmission that's going to be picked up by pretty much everybody.
I think we should turn off the emergency signal, which we can't do from here. I think that maybe if we wake up a crew from cryo, they might be able to understand the hex better. But we also have to immediately make them understand that we're not enemies.
Immediately make the crew that just that wants everybody to be lesser species give in to what the lesser species want to do. I don't think that's going to work.
That's going to use up time out of our 13 hours, if that's even possible remotely at all. So
Let's go to the bridge. Grab the coin.
Yep, I'll get the coin and medallion.
Okay.
Can I get it out of the console?
So there is a process for disengaging it. When you go to grab it at first, it doesn't budge. My assumption is you would immediately say, how do I get this out?
Yep.
The AI is going to respond. To disengage the primary core after the charging process has been initiated, you need to discharge the main capacitors. The normal way of achieving this is to fire the weapon.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. So is there another way?
From the engineering bay, you should be able to use the reactor override controls to discharge the capacitors manually one at a time.
The engineering bay, huh?
That's located on pylon 1. And another number letter combo pops up.
All right. Gentlemen, we're going to have to go to an engineering bay and discharge some capacitors if we want to turn the weapon down or turn it off. Or for even me to get the coin out. So, let me hit this teleporter and see if we can get to engineering pylon 1.
Back in.
Okay, so that's where you want to go. You want to go to the engineering first.
I believe so, yeah.
You now have pylon 1 and 4 figured out, and that's engineering, and the other one you learned was cryo.
Did we write down the way to get back to operations?
That's going to have to be a question of whether or not he can remember that number, because that number isn't actually on, it isn't an option from here.
Yeah, that one disappeared. And after we jump, that one should reappear, hopefully. And we'll write that one down.
Okay. Zigzag hits the button, and once again, the room is exactly the same, except for in front of Zigzag, the numbering has changed.
Welcome to pylon 1, engineering. I think operations was 5, but not 100% sure. Let's get this door open. I'll pop the door.
Okay. There's an acrid smell. It's very stale. In front of you are lines on the ground that go in two different directions. The one that heads towards the rear of the vessel says primary engineering. The one that to the left says flying bridge. Sorry, it's your right. It's to your right. Oh, this one goes bridge. This one goes engineering.
Alright, I'm going to try to remember that we want to discharge these capacitors. So, gentlemen, this one, this way says engineering to our left. That way says the bridge. Do we want to split up? I could take somebody that just knows what the hell they're doing, and we could shut down these capacitors safely. Or do you all want to go together?
I'm down for whatever. I like. We're on the clock, and we can probably grab some sort of information from the flying bridge. And we need to go discharge the capacitors. I think it's a pretty safe bet. Splitting up might be good because we don't have control of any security systems or anything like that. But staying together would also be good. Your call, boss.
If we split up, do we all have weapons to defend ourselves? Should we encounter anything?
Yep, I've got a laser gun now, and we do still have walkie-talkies, so we can talk to each other.
Yeah, I've got a grenade launcher. Zane's got a better sword. You've got a pistol that shoots holes in all the things.
Okay, so we're good then. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. How about I go with Zigzag and Dr. Zane and Reese go check out the bridge.
I'm good with that.
Sweet.
We split the party.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm sure.
Oh God! Watch out, Otto! Don't step on this broken droid.
So, Otto would be fascinated to see that Droian maintenance droids from that era are basically they're Gus, but with like Medusa-style tentacles coming out as appendages.
It's an excellent design. It's been around. Ooh, Gus needs more legs. That's perfect.
It's a lot of multitask appendages.
It's exactly. You're supposed to tell us that we're doing things. You don't have to look at all of the cool droids.
Well, let's get back to engineering then.
Yep, we're on a timeline.
I'm going to start with Ronan then. Because in order to split the party efficiently, I'm going to go through each of you in turn. So, Zane, you approach the bridge. There's desiccated dead corpses between here and there. Many have obvious signs of combat trauma.
Hey, guys, there's definitely been some sort of fight that happened on this level. And before we go any further, hey, Zigzag, you probably would be more useful on the bridge because you can actually interact with these things. Just a thought.
You would have that thought as you realize that Zigzag's the only one that can read any of these consoles.
Exactly.
Do you think you could do the capacitors then? We'll switch places.
Between
Switch with John.
Between Otto and myself, a capacitor would be like I would be able to see energy buildups with my eyes and whatnot. So we'd be able to figure out where the capacitors are. We'd be able to figure out something, but I definitely can't read any of this stuff on the bridge.
To the bridge. We'll go
Yeah,
check
if
it out.
they're labeled or something like that, then probably Zigzag's the one that would probably be able to decipher anything.
Switch.
To the bridge.
Do we need to unify the groups then?
It's such
since Zigzag is the one who can read.
Such a good Scooby-Doo moment.
Otto's still just looking at a broken droid, coming up with design plans.
Your call, Doc. Like, what are we doing?
Zane, let's go blow off some capacitors. Zigzag and Reese check out the bridge.
Roger.
Okay.
Okay.
Taking the droid with me.
I'm going to move to Kizik. Kizik. That was a good call on Ronan's part. Kizik, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm walking down to find the capacitors that are loaded up, and I'm going to come up with a good engineering solution to discharge them.
Okay, you guys walk by this full-blown medical bay. That's right, you can't read the labels. So you don't know what any of these doors mean. So you're just walking back towards this back wall.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to say eventually you get back here and realize that, there is in fact this big engineering area in here. And as you walk into one of these side areas, either one would work, and you get your first view of this gigantic bay, the thing that's going to catch your mind immediately is this glowing core that is obviously the Singularity core, and the fact that these black tendril cracks have started to partially breach outside of what is obviously the containment field. For split seconds it's exceeding, and there's all sorts of red alarms, and all the consoles have all the bad colors on it, and there's very emphatic beeping going This thing's not in great shape.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna give that a lot of extra space. Black tendrils from a black hole-like substance. Oh man.
Well, let's look around and see if we can identify the capacitors here so we can figure out a solution to discharge them.
Think they got them in crystals, or are they in these little technology things?
I mean, capacitors by definition hold energy, so I'm gonna... And energy radiates, so I'm gonna take a look and see if I can see any radiation of any thermal or whatnot from any visible devices or areas of the engineering bay aside from the giant reactor thing, because
I won't make you waste a roll on that. It's like looking through a kaleidoscope in this room. There isn't anything that doesn't glow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's
Ghost.
take a look.
Zigzags approaching the bridge. Which way would you like to go first?
John, let's take a right. Oh wait, is this a door?
It is, but it's open, and there's a body like wedged in it.
Oh, the door's open and the body's wedged. Oh yeah, we'll check that out.
Lots of dead bodies on the way up here. More than I've actually portrayed. I just didn't want to clutter the whole floor with corpses.
I'm gonna step away real quick.
Okay. But as you get closer to the bridge, you are stepping over bodies. They're old and desiccated and mummy-like. There was a firefight. All these guys on the floor lost.
Does it look like droid on droid fighting, or it looks?
Yes, the bodies are too desecrated to tell exactly any differences, but they all look like they're Droian in nature.
Two different uniforms, or everybody's kind of wearing the same shit?
That's kind of what I mean by them being mummies. Like, it's impossible to tell at this point.
This guy's wearing a green badge. Okay, so yes, we're gonna walk. I'm gonna step over this guy. Sorry. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Get into the main command center. In the main hologram here in the middle is your first glimpse of what this structure must look like. And it kind of looks like a shuriken. It's got 5 points around a center ring, and the ring has concentric smaller rings that protrude below it. There are some that are obviously part of the projector. The triangle-like appendages that come out from the middle appear to be the pylons that are being referenced.
This thing has a lot of parts to it. You see this, John? Let's check this out. All right, and on this display, holographic display, are there different areas of the ship that are blinky, different lights showing me like errors and things like that?
It seems to be asking you for a query, but there is a basic status report. You can see that the ship is heavily damaged. There's areas that are like red, and there's all sorts of warnings. There's like a side scroll on this on the side of this thing that's showing status, and a lot of the status symbols are in red. But it has, even though it doesn't have the full holographic interface of earlier, it has a state your query line, like it's waiting for a bridge officer to ask it for information.
Okay. So we found the bridge. John, what were we supposed to do when we found the bridge?
Well, we've got an open command prompt, I'm assuming, right? I mean, do we need to have...
Let's check escape
we
pod
have
status.
Yeah, do we need to have any special access to doing that, or is it already logged in for that?
I'm the most special status. I don't really
It says
know.
state your query. Do you ask?
Yes, I ask status of the escape pods.
All escape pods jettisoned.
All? Well, that's not good. comm status.
Communication system is online. Sensors are degraded but online. Countermeasure systems, degraded but online. Stealth systems, offline. Weapon systems, offline. Life support, 12 hours remaining. Reactor containment, 12 hours remaining.
Okay. Guys, I get it back over the walkie-talkies. How's it going with your stuff? Because I'm looking through here. I think I got some access to queries at least.
Can you turn off the emergency beacon?
I try that. Let me see. Emergency protocols, emergency beacon. Is there a deactivate?
So the emergency beacon, you can say status and it'll tell you it's active. When you tell it to disable, it says command authorization required. This terminal is for informational purposes only.
I'm not an administrator.
Or you're not at the admin bridge?
Well,
Oh, right, this is the flying
he's at the bridge. He's not at the right seat.
Well, John, get in the seat.
The guy who's
you're looking for you're looking for this button, John. Hold on, let's do this together. Have you seen Ghost? I guide your arms.
Better not
So-
be any pottery involved.
As soon as you sit down, there's a priority thing that's blinking in front of you.
Let's see if this is like some sort of message. I'm gonna click that.
Clicking on that, it brings up it basically zooms out an image of the ship to an unknown distance and shows a icon of a radar contact very rapidly closing on the ship.
Guys, there's a blinky thingy, and it's coming towards the non. There's a blinky thingy. It's coming towards us. You got radar. Probably a ship.
Does it show how long it's going to take before it gets to us?
Can I see any call sign on it? Is it SX462, our scout ship? Please.
Are you going to push it?
Yes, I'll push it.
Okay. The AI does its best to identify the target. The only thing it can give you is a blurry visual image. That blurry visual image is going to look a lot like. But I don't. Surprise, surprise. It's going to look a lot like this.
Oh, that's not good. Gentlemen, we may have a Serpentina frigate coming towards us, coming our way. That's not good, guys.
No sooner have you said that as a new contact comes up that is very close to the first one and kind of on an intercept course for it. The planet, and it looks very much like this.
Can we bring weapons online?
Well, I mean, that is the normal way of discharging the primary weapon, or the capacitors.
Is there, John, try to find a weapon station. It might not be this one in the middle.
And with that, we're going to go all the way over here. And Zane.
Zigzag, what do you want us to do? Keep looking to discharge this capacitor, or try to figure out a way to get you from functioning weapons and or stealth systems, or and remember we can't read.
Man, I want an opportunity to just destroy the Zenith of Discovery, because fuck those guys.
Okay, so you want the primary weapon back online.
I wouldn't hit him with the primary. I think the primary weapon might be too big. The primary weapon is like city destroying, right?
I mean, it messes with their minds. Like,
People destroying
Thanks.
in a city.
It makes them go crazy and kill each other.
As long as it doesn't affect us on the ship without those ringlets.
fun fact: the other thing, maybe one of those ships docks with us and we get off the ship, because currently we don't have a way to do that.
That would be good.
That-
We can ask the AI where the docking place is.
All right. So can we set some sort of trap up? I think they're just going to show up and just start blasting.
So get in charge of the security droids.
All right. I'm going to try to take over control and give myself access and give my party members staff level access to the ship.
Okay, so you're going to try to hack it from the command terminal.
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be intellect plus your computer skill, plus if you have any droidian or archaeological skill as a bonus.
I got snake eyes.
Okay. It doesn't matter what it is to pass this, does it?
Nope. How did I go from boxcars to snake eyes? Those were two just completely bipolar rolls.
Okay. The console is you're going to be halfway through trying to type your command in the console, and it's going to minimize your window right in the middle of you typing, which is super. We always enjoy it when computers like to do that, because obviously they know better than we do. But it is going to come up with something showing that two fast-moving objects have been deployed from the bottom of the frigate and are now closing at a much more rapid pace. The system's trying to figure out if they're missiles or fighters.
Oh boy, we got incoming, guys. Hold on to something. It might be a fighter, though.
Impact in 12 seconds.
Holding on.
John, trying to find the weapons.
He's like,
I believe I'm at a terminal here.
You just said, hold on.
I am holding on.
Hold on.
I'm at a terminal. I don't know if what it says, but I think it may have something to do with weapons.
You have 2 turns. Everyone may have 2 turns.
I'm going to pick one of these terminals at random and see if one of them has anything to do with shields. Just looking for holograms.
Okay. That's going to be really complicated. So first, roll me a luck roll.
Three.
You want to proceed from there?
No, I did not find the right one.
Okay.
Sit down. It doesn't show me what I thought might be a thing.
It's turn 1 or turn 1 for Kizik. Turn 1 for Ghost. Do I need to come back to you, Ghost? Or are you muted?
Yeah, I was going to try the access thing again. Hopefully not snake eyesing it this time, but the other people can go.
It's a 10 to pass. For the record, if you can do that, among the other things I'll allow you to do is change the language on the consoles.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to do it one more time. Let me try to roll it. Come on, baby, no whammies. Big money, big money, big money. A 7 on the dice, which is cool because I've got 1 in computers and 2 in intellect.
It's a 10. So you
Yep.
are able to put in the correct level of commands to grant yourself, basically, the captain's dead, so you kind of like delete his biometric signature and insert yours. And then it basically immediately goes, "Welcome, Captain. What would you like to do?" And you immediately go, "Speak fucking English, bitch."
Yeah, no habla en español.
Which is actually super helpful for the rest of the party, is now you may understand the terminals that are in front of you and you have permission to use them.
Perfect.
So,
Nice.
O-Dubs, you were next on the list. What would you like to do for your turn one?
I would like to take a closer look at this terminal and see what it is.
You want the good news or the bad news?
I'll take news.
Okay, the good news is you are at the weapons console, and it's pretty intuitive on how to use it. Bad news is the weapons are still offline.
All right. Zigzag, weapons are offline. This is the weapons terminal. We need to figure out a way to turn it on. Are you able to do that from the captain's chair?
We're in turn-based
Sorry,
combat,
David.
and he's already gone. So
Yeah, it's you.
we're in turn-based stuff, so you can't go back and have him take another turn. He's already taken his turn.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, nothing I can do then.
Are you sure?
I could start randomly. Well, I mean, it's already offline, right? I mean, other than me going to the captain's thing and trying to activate it or turn it on.
All right, so first off, you're going completely down the wrong path. It's not a switch. The ship's battle damaged. When it says weapons offline, it means the magazine's been blown out, it's not on. But you were kind of on the right track of you could get up and do something else if you wanted to. You don't have to. But yeah, you could completely change course here and do something else. You have a whole turn. And you're only going to get 2 before things start happening.
All right. Well, I'm going to change seats. I'm going to check out this other seat and see what this seat is.
Okay, that's helm control.
So steering, control, that kind of thing.
Huh?
So I
There you
can
go.
move this ship.
Yeah,
Mind
get
you,
it away from them.
so main propulsion is offline, obviously, but you do have maneuvering thrusters. They're basically reaction thrusters, so they manually jet gas as an emergency measure to move the ship.
Okay, I would like. So we've got 2 incoming. Just talking through this. Well, actually, I've already did my turn, right?
You've moved to another seat, so you've taken a minor action. You still have a major action or 2 other minor actions.
Okay, I'm actually going to use some actions here and actually move the ship in such a way to potentially avoid getting hit by whatever's coming our way.
You would like to take evasive action. That is a major action, and it is this would qualify as a capital ship. So it's starship, capital ship, and dexterity are the skills you're looking.
So you said starship or capital ship?
So it's pilot, capital ship. Also, starship isn't actually a skill.
Right, it's a spaceship. So I do have capital ships as a 0, so we can do something.
I mean, I was just telling you what the roll was so that you could do it. And even if you even if you didn't have it, even if it was blank, that's the kind of metagame thing that, like, in this situation, it doesn't matter how many negatives you got. You still roll it because there is no other choice. So dwelling on whether or not you have the skill in this particular scenario isn't actually that important.
No, I get it. I understand. So, so what was the other skill? What was the other characteristic?
It's dexterity and capital ship.
Copy. Rolling. We have a 10.
Excellent. All right, so that's going to give them a -4. dodging for all intents and purposes. All right. And now we're going to go back to Ronan. Turn 1.
Zigzag, do you want propulsion, shield, stealth, or scanners? You got 5 seconds. Hurry up and tell me what you want me to do.
Shields.
Shields. God, I'm gonna run around the engine room and find the shields panel and see if I can bring up shields.
Very fortuitous. It's right next to where Otto is at. This one. And it does say so,
Alright.
but it doesn't actually say the word shields. If you hold on just a second. Do you have engineering starship as like a skill?
I have engineering.
Okay.
J drive, life support, M drive, power plant.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Is if you had that, so you have at least one skill in that.
Yeah.
Find it real fast.
I got 1 in light support and 0 in everything else.
Okay. So, energy shields would be the technology that you're used to. This is something called a white globe generator. It's a defensive system. Projecting a glowing white barrier of energy around a ship that absorbs incoming fire. While the white globe generator is active, it allows a ship to function normally with no restrictions on sensors, maneuvers, or attacks. They are extremely rare. Oh, wait, no. We have to be a black globe. Hold on a second. I have to look at something. I've effed myself by not reading the thing all the way through. Anyway, we're going to say globe generator and not specify what color it is because they work differently. And I think you may actually need a black globe generator. Oh, yeah. So you have the one that, while you can activate this, you won't be able to see outside the ship. You have a black globe generator. So basically, when you activate this thing, it will envelop the entire ship in an energy field. You can't see, shoot, or maneuver, but nothing can hit you while it's active.
Sweet. Guy sitting in the captain chair told me to turn it on. I'm turning it on.
Okay. I need a... That's what I need. Oh wow! So, there it is. Gunner screen is the skill you need to use.
Gunner screen. Huh. Whole lot of -3, rolling it anyway. And this one, does this one go with, since it's gunner, does it go with dexterity or?
You can use dexterity or intellect, whichever's higher.
Some good. That's not the definition of good that I was looking for. 1?
1 doesn't quite cut it. You've found the right console. You kind of understand that it does something akin to a shield, but it's really advanced. You don't really know everything I just described as far as what it does, other than it's really advanced. And the on button doesn't seem to work.
Yeah!
All right. I think we're back to Kizik. Everybody's gotten a turn, right? So we're on this is the first of turn 2?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Missile still incoming.
What is the terminal I'm sitting at?
The terminal you're sitting at is a console that regulates power flow to various different systems. Pretty much everything on the console in front of you is red.
Is there one thing that is a huge, like, main weapon thing that shows up as not red?
If by that you mean the main weapon projector thing, that is showing armed and ready to fire. Currently targeting the city below you.
I can't see any of the other things. Can I move that power buildup into a different system?
You can try. What system would you like to shunt it into?
I would like to try to shunt it into shields.
Okay. So this is going to be a engineering power plant roll. You're going to take a -2, and when you try to do this, it's going to basically be repeating over and over again, this procedure is not recommended. As you're going to say, shut up in color.
Yep. Intellect with that engineer?
Yes, I'll take it.
That's a 6 minus 2 plus 2 for a 6.
Okay. You are unable to shunt it to shields. If you would like to, though, you do find a way that you could potentially stop the main weapon from charging. You could discharge the capacitors, as you had earlier decided to do. It would take the main weapon offline and allow the removal of the medallion.
I'd like to do that, yeah.
Okay. As you press the emergency discharge button, the capacitors just discharge over the hull of the ship, and all of that power is expended into space and is now gone.
We can get the coin back now.
That's great news.
Try not dying first. Yay!
Zigzag. Turn 2.
Can I lock down all external exits and all of the shit? What am I talking about? Any of the ports that they can use to board? Can I make sure that they're all locked down?
Yeah, you can lock down the airlocks. I mean, they're already in a state of lockdown, but you can try to deadbolt them and stuff. Give a computer's roll. Also, since it's now you're pretty much in command, you are going to see that your power reserves just dropped from 60% to 20%.
Oh boy. Guys, we're gonna have a severe power issue. And my computer skill is not great. 6 total.
Okay. Well, you're not going to be able to lock down the outer doors any further than they already are. But the good news is they're already basically locked.
Right.
They don't really have enough power to open. So. Okay.
All right.
Dubs, you're sitting in the helm. You've now expended pretty much all of the available reaction mass. So there's going to be no further piloting checks that you can do because all of the fuel has now been expended.
Yep, so I am not going to be able to utilize this terminal anymore, is what I am hearing. Same thing with the weapon system. And we still have the incoming, don't we?
Sure do.
That was, you said 12 seconds or something like that to impact a while ago.
Yeah, so basically, this is your second turn. After this turn, the next turn you'll get will be after the missiles have impact.
All right, so I am going to get up and I'm actually going to go check out one of these other stations.
Okay.
And see what this station is and what I can do here.
Okay. That's a dedicated comm terminal. So that is a communications terminal. It's one of the few terminals that's fully active. But to get back there and ascertain all that's pretty much going to take your whole turn.
Gotcha.
Okay. Ronan, I think this is the last player that gets to go before things start happening.
Yep. I'm going to continue attempting my shield bringing up abilities.
Okay.
Better than last time. Better than last time. That's way better than last time. That gives me a 9. Yep, 10 minus 3 plus 2. Yep, 9.
Excellent. I have to actually find this thing now. Awesome. All right, so I'm assuming that you are going to follow through with your original intention to turn this thing on at the last
Yep.
second, right before these things hit.
That's the plan.
Okay, with a 9, you push the button. Because you have insufficient power to do it. Hit the button. The world outside is sheathed in darkness. Of course, the only person who can really see that is Zigzag, because he's the only person with a window.
Turn off the lights.
It's like all the stars instantly go away. There's nothing but pitch black outside. All the sensors go blank, missile warnings, etc. Where Zane and Otto are, actually the bridge alarms should probably go off too. You immediately hear reactor containment offline in 20 seconds. And like now the klaxons are really going crazy, and there's like a buzzing coming from the reactor. And this is probably not a sustainable thing that you do. However, because you did it at the 11th hour, at the very last second, I guess it wouldn't, because it's basically a black hole. Like, you wouldn't hear that they had impact, but the moment the missiles were supposed to impact is going to come and go, and nothing's going to happen. That reactor is still ticking down.
Turning it off.
Okay. You cut it off. You shaved the reactor containment time down from 12 hours to 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Do that again.
Yeah.
What's the ultimate goal here, gents? I mean, I'd like to live. We don't have any escape pods, and the ship is pretty much a lost cause.
I mean, they can't. Oh, we gotta go fast. But there's going to be a black hole that envelops the entire planet if we don't somehow get that container field working or self-destruct the ship. Maybe we can use the teleporters to get back down to the planet.
Well, do we want to actually destroy the ship?
Pause for a second. Pause for a second. Is what Kizik just said the way everyone interpreted the situation?
No.
I didn't think that the ship would envelop the planet now.
Okay, that's item number 1. Item number 2 is, do you think the black hole's only going to trigger if you allow containment to fail, and that anything else you do would stop that?
I think the ship's toast in an hour.
Okay. Make sure that when you guys have that differential, like, I shouldn't have to call it out. You guys should talk amongst yourselves for that.
Sure. Good call on the teleporter getting us out of here. We go get the coin. And we get to the teleporter. Zigzag, how long do we have approximately till our friends get here?
Let me look.
You have about 15-ish minutes tops, probably more like 10.
They're coming fast.
However,
10, 15 minutes.
As you're watching the sensor contacts, you notice like these little lines going back and forth. And when you zoom on it, you realize that the Zenith of Discovery and this frigate are exchanging weapons fire.
What the hell?
And as you say, what the hell,
I turned on it.
the Serpentina frigate just explodes.
Wow. Guys, the Zenith of Discovery just killed the Serpentina frigate. They blew it out of the sky.
That doesn't help us any.
No, but it is slightly better news.
We can talk to him. You can call him up.
I'm still gonna run down. Oh, I don't know if I can use the transporter now.
We need to find out.
Should we all go to operations together? Get the medallion and skedaddle?
I mean-
I'm all for that.
Do we want to find out what the Xena's Discovery is doing?
If they're not dying, I mean, like, I'd rather them do that more than anything else.
Well, I don't think there's anything capable of doing that to them right now.
I think they might be here for the coin anyway, so...
Then we need to get to that and get it immediately because we disconnected or we discharged the capacitor so we can pick the thing up right now. So
I think it's time to get the heck out of here.
Meet at the teleporter, transporter thing. Come on, John. Let's run.
okie dokie.
Let's go, Doctor. Sprint.
Running.
Okay, so in the teleporter, you want to go to...
Operations.
Pew!
Open the door. I wonder if I could tell these guys to go defend the ship now, but instead I'm just going to run across and try to get the coin and the plate.
The entire console has lost power. It's no longer all lit up like it was before, and the medallion slides freely from the housing.
Alright, gents, I got it. I'm going to put this in my pocket.
We going to the teleporter now?
Let's try. There's one in this room.
Does it matter which one we use? I mean, do they go to different places?
No data. Do we want to go grab some more of those fancy little circlet things? And
It came in on the one from the first floor. Maybe we have
Yep.
to leave from that same one.
Right, let's check that out. So we'll get back in the transporter now that we've got the coin, and we are headed to the first place we landed.
Kidding me. Stand by. One world being one world.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that one.
Pew!
Is this door open? Alright, you guys go get the circlets. I'll try to program this thing. I'll run across to the other teleporter.
Alright. I'll do you first, because yours is going to be easiest. That teleporter is dead. It does not work.
Bad news, gents. We can't use this to get off the ship. It's dead. This is like a power issue.
Would you like an explanation metagame that Zigzag isn't going to know, or would you like to just have the what I can tell Zigzag?
You can tell me metagame and I'll figure out what I can say as Zigzag.
That was never going to work because the teleporters on the ship are not capable of that sort of distance. The teleporter on the planet relied on a geothermal reactor that produces like 100 times the power you have here. It was a one-way trip.
Gotcha.
So as far as Zigzag is concerned, the only reason this teleporter pad was used was because it was a known location. It's actually been fried the whole time. No holographic controls come up. It doesn't work at all. It's an empty closet for all intents and purposes.
It just gets frustrated, thinks that it was damaged in the fight somehow. It's just useless.
I start throwing stuff. We're never gonna get off the ship. We're gonna die here.
We have this drone thing. We could figure out if we can get inside of it somehow within an hour and get it out of the ship.
That's right.
And over.
I can sit on the outside if you guys can get in.
Or we can try to hide and take over the Zenith of Discovery.
Yeah, kill those guys.
And then learn how to fly their ship and fly it away in less than an hour. Let's do it. Which one do you want? You're the boss.
Does it look like there's a sealable section that can fit 3 guys and a drone inside the
Inside the drone?
Based?
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. I was tempted to say, yeah, just no drone. You can't bring Gus, but no. It's designed to carry external cargo pods and or people sitting on rack seats and vac suits. I'm not saying there isn't a solution here, but there's no getting inside of it.
We got external cargo pods that we can seal, and we can rig up air from the vac suits here, and hook them up, and Zigzag can sit outside. And how far away from the planet are we're in orbit of the planet? Re-entry might be a problem, especially for
Or-
Zigzag if he's outside it.
We could kill the people in the Zenith of Discovery. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I don't know what's going in. There's a lot going on in my brain.
There are cryopods in one of the pylons. We can put ourselves in cryopods and wake up on the planet.
There's also a bunch of Droyan and cryopods. Why don't we go back up to operations and we turn on the 2 drone robot things there, and they could help us kill the Zenith of Discovery assholes. Just thinking out loud here.
I like it. We also can wake up a bunch of Droyan that are going to die in an hour when the black hole envelops them.
They're all religious
all-
nutbags anyway.
We just have to hide really good after we wake them up. They see the Zenith coming. We sneak on the Zenith as they're trying to take over, and we fly away.
Whatever we're gonna do, we need to make a call. You got this,
I-
boss.
Yeah, let's go to operations, turn on those droids, because we're part of the crew now, and we'll start with the droids and figure out where the Zenith's going to land.
Operations doesn't control the droids.
The droids, they had a little button right there by operations.
Okay.
They had a red button. Big red button.
I'm gonna grab a circlet. Or 2.
Alright, yep.
Good call.
Grab-
Yeah, me too.
Grab your circlets, people.
Okay. You guys have the key to the main weapon in your pocket, but those things might come in handy. You don't know. You guys are going to operations.
Si, senor.
Okay.
Pushing a big red button.
It's been Schrodinger's red button this whole time. No, Chekhov's. Chekhov's button.
Okay. Ew.
Get the doors open. All right.
Run over here and push a button.
You're a robot guy.
So
Totally.
I feel like Zane just jumps in front of everyone and slaps the button as hard as he can. Yeah!
Hell yeah! Like these are HK-47 assassin droids right here. If I've ever seen them.
So the droids activate. They scan, identifying the crew members as crew members, and say directives.
On the ship.
Now, those of you who are gun nuts in the party recognize the weapon they're carrying. I don't have a card for it because it's not something I ever intended to give them. Which is automatically nothing but good news. Let's see. Weaponry. portable weapon.
You're kind of cutting in and out.
Thank you. So on page where is it? Sorry, it is kind of important that you guys know what it is. I can see a picture of it, and I can see the... There it is. All right, so on page 160 of the Central Supply Catalog, there is something called the FGHP, the Fusion Gun Human Portable. Okay? Picture of it on other pages. On page 163. Nope, Dodubs is disconnected. We lost him.
I'm still here, but
powerful
I think
weapon.
I'm here still.
Well, you're in chat, but you're not in tabletop. So anyway, I wanted you to know what it was, because in Traveler, it's sort of the ultimate man portable weapon. Anyway, that's what these things are carrying the Droyan equivalent of. It is a man portable fusion gun. And they seem to be made of starship grade armor.
Holy shit.
And they've just asked Zigzag what their directives are.
Defend the ship. We'll have attackers soon, maybe.
Acknowledged. They don't even move. Okay.
Report to any defensible airlocks.
Acknowledged. Oh, you know what? They wouldn't even have to do that. They just sort of blink out of existence. It's a little white globe thing. Boop.
Holy shit. Did you guys just see that?
Oh, that's what?
I've never seen anything do that, let alone a robot.
Did you see the size of those guns?
So where did they go? Are we sure we sent them the right place?
I mean, I told it to defend airlocks. If it can travel around the ship like that, it could just defend them all.
Just tell it to go to the ship and go blow up that ship.
I know. Maybe I should have thought about that.
We don't want
That's
them to
our
blow
way
up the
off.
ship.
I was about to
It's
say,
all
maybe
right.
you should think about the blow up the ship order first.
Yeah, we don't want to blow it up. That's right.
Oh yeah, gotcha. No, I think go kill everybody on Discovery and blink us with you.
We're gonna take it. We're gonna take the Zenith. Alright, so we need to get to an airlock. Let's get to the bridge, and then we can figure out where they're gonna dock. To the bridge!
Great plan.
You're Scooby-Dooing the shit out of this.
Oh, come on, Scoob!
Every time we teleport, two people have switched places.
We just go in one set of doors on the right and come out one set of doors on the left.
We just watched some robots do that.
We need to run across the hallway with our arms outstretched like zombies real quick. Get that on camera.
They're not chasing us, we're chasing them.
That's right. John's like, I had enough of this. Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
That's the new drugs that he's on is the Scooby snack.
You guys,
Right?
you guys
For
get
real.
back to the bridge just in time to see the Zenith of Discovery sweeping by the only bridge window and lining up to dock with this pylon.
Son of a gun.
And as the locks click into place, and you hear the sounds of high capacity energy being poured into the airlocks and it burning away, we're going to call session 1 there.
Nice.
Ugh. Another cliffhanger.
We've all lived this far. It's been good.
Mm-hmm. You guys did
Yeah.
the actual puzzle part of the ship very quickly. I was very impressed. And you found 2 of my 3 Easter eggs. That's good.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
always a good feeling.
It
As a
is.
team, you set something up like that.
Well, I will say there's 2 maps that I have of this ship that you guys haven't even gone to them. Like every pylon has a map. So there are options that you had that you completely didn't know about because you didn't go to all the pylons before you started, working on your solutions. With that said, you still kind of did the things I basically thought you would do. I'm also really glad you didn't immediately activate the 2 guys because they had those portable fusion guns, whether you guys activated them friendly or not.
We would have gotten smoked.
Yeah, no, it was.
God.
It's not just smoked. It's if they fire them in the ship, and this is still something to be considered, although it's too late to do anything about it now. These are not the kind of weapons you fire inside of a ship.
Even if they fire them, there's just a lethal dose of radiation we got to go through. Only Zigzag lives.
Well, I mean, like
Oh, yeah.
it irradiates the user, so it irradiates them, but also it will punch a hole clean through the hull. Like every time they fire, they're going to be turning the pressure hull into Swiss cheese. Only one of you is wearing a vac suit.
Zigzag lives.
It's not going to be great if they get on the Zenith of Discovery and start shooting.
Oh, I think it's a pretty safe bet with the directives you gave them that they're probably going to be able to get on the Zenith. Actually, no, you said defend the ship. You didn't say assault the other ship, so they're not going to. But if they wanted to, I mean,
Yeah.
the crew of the Discovery doesn't know it yet, but I don't think they can stop these things. They might be able to kill them, like if they stand and fight.
Oh, if Dr. Zane just gave them his arc blaster and they just started popping in and zoop, zoop. Jedi popping people. Or I could have just given them the regular King of England sword.
They can't do it quite to that. They can't do it quite that frequently. They could do it once. They make a great sneak attack, but it's not that quick of a recharge. Actually, them doing it to get to the airlocks probably means they won't be using it in combat. But that's a next time problem. I will sort that out between now and then. I just wanted the moment where you guys got to see that they could do it.
We're going to kill Larry Kalashnikov. Finally.
Well, that, or they managed to kill those 2 things and the rest of you don't stand a chance.
I don't like that outcome. I reject your reality and substitute my own.
That's right. You might live just by using that quote.
Excellent.
So, what'd you guys think? Good?
Yeah, it's
Ed?
been fun.
No, really good.
Super fun.
Little killer
We're gonna
R2
fight the
units.
Reavers.
You didn't make Reavers. You almost did. You guys seriously talked about using the main weapon on those ships.
Oh yes,
We thought about it.
totally caught the Serenity reference though.
Yeah, I've kit bashed this scenario from a bunch of different ones, but I am very happy with how it all turned out. I'm also really thrilled that eventually you guys managed to piece how the city and everything else was interconnected.
These religious nutbags. So sad.
Yeah, there might be some subtle ethical things that as a storyteller I want to work in about people believing they're better than other people and being willing to do heinous things to enforce that supposed superiority.
They need to maintain that ethical superiority. That's just a directive.
Yeah, you do with that information what you will.
Thank you, guys.
It was fun. I appreciate
one.
everybody. And thanks everybody on stream for coming by. We'll see you next time.